Fresh off their 6th consecutive run rule win, the Texas Tech Red Raiders look to finish the weekend with a sweep of the BYU Cougars here at Tracy Sellers Field. Welcome to Texas Tech Softball on KTXT 88.1, The Raider, and YouTube if you're listening on there. My name is Brett Ramirez. Joined with me almost always is Cade Welty and Sebastian Metamoros, our fantastic volunteer. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
I'm always doing awesome.
That's
what about
good.
y'all?
You good, Cade?
I'm doing quite well. I put down 2 hot dogs about 4
did.
minutes ago, so I'm feeling quite swell.
A little bit of a different setup today. I don't say setup, excuse me, sorry. 2 back-to-back 6 p.m. First pitches. We got a 12 p.m. pitch today. And we're just going to jump right into it. Cade, Texas Tech's been dominant to start to the first 2 games of this series, and it kind of came together in that second inning yesterday. They put up 9 runs. What went right for Texas Tech in that one?
What went right is just quality at-bats. I think that's something this team starts to get rid of whenever you go against off-speed pitching, especially that changeup or the drop ball. They want to hit the long ball, and they want to score with a lot of power and finesse. You just can't do that when the team's trying to get you to hit ground balls, and that's what BYU excels at in putouts. They lead the Big 12 in putouts, right, if I'm correct. So you have to play. You can play BYU's game because you have talent of hitters, and then at the bottom of the second, like you said, you created some drama. You just took the pitches that you wanted and just swung the bat. You didn't try to put them anywhere, let off of Jasmine Burns, and then you had an out from Haley Tony, and then Desiree Spearman got things going. And I want to highlight that real quick, Brett. Game 1, that Friday night at 6 p.m. Sorry, not Friday, Thursday. Whoa. Series is all screwed up in my head. That first game on Thursday night.
It's a Thursday night series.
Yes.
The last 2 home series for Texas Tech will be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday rather than Friday, Saturday.
Desiree was benched because she got back to what you said, Brett, looking like her old self, which is very antsy at the plate, swinging and everything. Still a quality hitter when she makes contact. And so we saw her yesterday. Second pitch she saw, she was also off the plate a little bit. Probably almost killed a bird if it didn't hit the net out there. That was really kind of what unlocked that inning, and that's how you play it. Eventually 9, you have a grand slam from Jackie List that went over the wall. That was a laser. I feel like every day now we're just going to keep reciting how Jackie List has changed the game.
For sure. And the thing is with pitching as well. You talk about they like to get putouts, groundouts, double plays. That's not how Schuler likes to play. Sebastian Schuler yesterday, she came into that game. She's a rocket pitcher. She likes to go down the middle a lot. She likes competitive pitches. Likes to make you work in the count. She started as a groundout pitcher, which made her uncomfortable at first. But as the time goes on, she kind of went back to her old roots of I want to go down the middle. I want to hit the strike zone hard, and they blew the gates open from there.
So, who taught her to upper velo and test these hitters?
And that's a great question because it goes back to what we were talking about yesterday. She went back to the way she liked. Coach Aiken, before this week's series, was like, I want my players to go back to the way they were playing back then when they were 14. I want them to play with that same happiness they were playing with. So that means getting Starbucks after every game, getting 3 pounds of candy for the road trip. That's fine. I'm fine doing that. So he wanted Schuler to go back to the way she played, and that's how she likes to play. Unfortunately, with an all-star power hitting lineup like this, that's not what you can do.
But a caveat is Schuler was the best hitter for them yesterday. She sliced up to 3 in the order. Yesterday she was batting cleanup, had a single and a double, and she was theoretically the reason why you had a run scored, but it was via error that brought that run home. But Schuler gets credit for batting that run in, but it's not accredited to Caitlin Terry yesterday. So that's how you get to 11-1? No, sorry, 10-1.
10-1.
It was 11-1 on Thursday.
Yeah. 11-2. 11-2, 11-1.
11?
Either way.
No, it's 11-1
It's
because they
11-1.
outscored them 21-2 so far.
That's right.
They scored one run in both games.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Shall we go through the order?
Absolutely. But I do want to say I love the match, the uniform match today, not just by the teams, but by Coach Glasgow and Coach Aiken.
It's a drip off. Aiken has he has Jordans on, I think.
He's got the Nike Dunk Lows. The Panda Dunks.
Wow, wearing the Panda Dunks on the softball diamond might be the most, that's pretty
It's pretty fire.
That's a big flex.
Meanwhile, Coach Glasgow in the
Dad shoes.
yeah, but he makes him work.
Easier to play ball.
The white pullover and the black Texas Tech hat. Meanwhile, Texas Tech in the icy white uniforms, BYU in the full blues with Cougs across the chest. We're probably going to see the Raider red helmets today for Texas
Yes,
Tech
you
as
will,
well.
and that's my most
Love
exciting
those.
thing.
Love those.
They both have white visors today. Both teams supporting the white visor look. I can never rock a visor cap.
I tried it.
What about you, Sebastian? Do you ever were you ever a visor cap kind of person?
Uh, not a visor, no. I just had the helmet with the one ear flap, and that was it.
Yeah.
I remember last year I was when I wasn't with KTXT, I was out there in the outfield for the Brown game, the first game of the regionals, and I almost went and bought a College World Series visor. And I was like, I don't wear visors. I can't in good conscience spend money on that because I don't ever wear visors.
I think we're about to have our nation's colors here.
This is true.
So maybe hold off on the starting lineups, let the anthem
well,
happen, then we'll get back to it possibly.
And there it is.
There it is.
We'll return in just a second with your lineups for BYU and Texas Tech Game 3. Here is the national anthem. Those were your nation's colors.
That was a really good anthem.
That's great.
I'm gonna give her some props there.
I really appreciate the fact that she enunciated wave very well.
I also appreciate the fact that there's a really bad back play going on. Hi,
Yeah.
Raider Red. Raider Red just waved at us, that's why. There's a really bad back play going on with the speaker out there, but it worked.
And what's about to work is Texas Tech against BYU, going for, like I said, their 6th consecutive run rule victory, would be 21st of the season. But before then, we're going to get you your lineups. Kay, why don't you read us off BYU, and then Sebastian's going to give us Texas Tech.
Yeah, Danica Acosta still in that leadoff spot there. Second baseman, left-handed batter. Then you go Lily Owens batting second. We've kind of seen her stay around there in the top 3. She's getting the start in left field. That's the right-hander. Then Haley Schuler, the designated player for today. Probably could see her maybe pitch as well later in the game. Had a crazy good outing yesterday. Went 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Was the only lone hits of them. The Ilova Brittingham batting cleanup. Jumping all the way up there at center field. And then your third baseman, Bree Townsend. And then 6 through 7, Udall Woolley, Rita Tavita, and then Kaya Fabella. Kaya, sorry. And then rounding it out, Tristan Darlington, who's filling in for the injured Morrow. Morrow with either a fractured or broken wrist, waiting for the official diagnosis. So that's your lineup. That's through the lineup for your BYU Cougars. Of course, in the circle being Gianna Mates.
You're going to have to see her today. Gianna Mates gave Texas Tech a lot of trouble. We'll get to that in a second. But, Sebastian, why don't you give us the starting lineup for Texas Tech and starting pitcher?
Yes, leading off at center field is Mia Davis, on-base queen. You have at the second hole, Caitlin Terry playing right field. Batting third, Jackie Liz, who's in first base. Mia Williams is the cleanup hitter at second base. Taylor Panel is hitting 5th at third base. Jasmine Burns is 6th as the catcher. Desiree Spearman is in left and batting 7th. Haley Toney is the shortstop at 8th, and then Lauren Allard at 9. And I actually want to highlight the last 3 hitters because last night the bottom 3 hitters had 2 hits apiece, so they had 6 hits in the bottom. Yeah, 6 hits in the bottom 3 of the lineup, which makes the top of the lineups work so much easier. And it's also, I want to say something about the on base stuff because the offense is 4th in the nation in hits with 381, and they are 3rd in the nation at getting on base. So that's really contributing to the bottom of the lineup. And even more so, they are 3rd in the nation when it comes to walk versus strikeout ratio. So, Kate, you were talking about quality at bats. They don't strike out a lot, and they just get on base. And along with the home runs with 78, which just adds to their single season record.
And then Samantha Lincoln going to get the start there in the circle. That ERA jumped over to officially at 205. But the whip still looks really nice there at 8.3. Has yet to record a loss this year in 44 innings pitched. And she'll be making her, she'll be making her 14th appearance on the season. So nice to see Samantha Lincoln out there. In her sophomore season, kind of one of the lone pitching prospects that you've developed here at Texas Tech because you kind of just go and get them from the portal recently.
I want to go back to that Gianna Matias point. Like I said, she gave Tech some fits. She is she's the supposed ace for BYU, but Kay, why don't you give us some little background on Matias here?
Yeah, she came into the series with a 7.71 ERA. After that Thursday night appearance, it jumped to 7.85. Whip at 226, 5-8 win-loss record, and 74 innings pitched, which is almost the same amount as Caitlin Terry. So you want to kind of compare averages and numbers-wise. 97 hits allowed to 70 walks to 71 strikeouts. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not going to be a good reason for success. Here's the one that stands out to most to me. 29 extra base hits allowed, 12 of those being home runs. You need to get that down, and coming in the series, opponent batting average is 336. I'm assuming that has jumped up as well and probably to the 340s. But she handled the Red Raiders on Thursday. This will be the second time they see her when we get to the bottom half, but we're here seeing Samantha Lincoln at the top.
For sure. You know, you got Gianna Matias. The score at the end of the first game is going to be so misleading because she was pulled at the end of the 5th inning. Grand slam by Jackie Liz ends it there in the bottom of the 6th. But she was dealing, man. I mean, you talk about a ground out hitter. She got out. I think she got out of three bases loaded jams in that game.
Kind of want a background. She came into the series at 68 strikeouts to 62 walks, and she basically she only got 3. She was a 3-to-8 ratio that night, and that's really how you lost the game because Red Raiders weren't swinging the bats well in terms of putting it in play. So that is kind of what you want to see Texas Tech keep doing is work the walks. But for Samantha Lincoln, it's the same thing. With route runners on base, she's one of the best in the country. The moment runners get on base, Brett, a different pitcher comes out. And that's what kind of you're going to test that 2.05 ERA, which is, unfortunately, out of all the quality pitchers, the worst on the team, which except your third-day starter, you're doing okay.
Yeah, for sure. And you saw that grand slam she led against Iowa State on that Sunday game. Like you said, when you have runners on, she loses the confidence a little bit. But this is a BYU team that likes to work a little solo, as evident over the last couple of games. As here comes Danica Acosta to lead off the top of the first.
By the way, Taylor Panel is really in about 4 to 5 feet off the third base bag compared to everybody else.
First one finds the zone. Excuse me. He was late on the call by the umpire.
Yeah, Shane Jackson getting the rotation today.
Robert Guest at second. Mike Bartling at third base. Here's the 0-1 from Samantha Lincoln. Took a little more time when that one goes foul. Excuse me. It took a little more time on that one, Cade.
Lincoln will change it up. She's kind of the only pitcher so far who you don't really have a guaranteed time when she's going to throw it. Candy likes to work late. Terry likes to work quick. Lincoln kind of just goes off feel. which can either play into her favor, but if she's choosing to go slow a lot and she's missing, it just becomes even more grueling.
Just outside the zone that time for Lincoln, 1-2. Back to Acosta. Yeah, we talked about her leading off. She hit a double on the first pitch against Kennedy to open this series. Since then, not a whole lot.
She was the first run scorer, too, was brought home. Yeah, that 341 average has kind of hovered around the same for the entire series.
Here's the 1-2. Chopped back and foul. She's going to stay in there. Pitch number 5 coming up.
Keep in mind, maybe for BYU's sake, it's Jasmine Burns behind the plate. She's okay defensively, but she's well more known for her bat. So if a runner gets on base, I would be a little curious to see how aggressive they're going to be stealing-wise.
Especially with the wind. And Lincoln from Taunton, Massachusetts. The 1-2. Just outside the zone again.
She's kind of afraid to give Acosta something to swing at right now because the only pitch she gave that was close for contact, Acosta took it down the right, third base line.
Well, you have to count 2-2 with the leadoff hitter for BYU. Slaps that one foul. Back into the netting. Sebastian, you could have caught that if the net wasn't there.
I don't think so.
He doesn't have his glove with him.
You're right.
No, not my glove today.
Have to bring the glove to the game.
Speaking of being in the game, it is a windy, cold one
Yeah.
today, and I'm quite impressed with the outfield seating. And just the seating in general. A good amount of fans here for a 12 o'clock Saturday. Basically a morning game when you have to get here.
2-2. Drops into the zone. Strikeout number 1 for Samantha Lincoln. The changeup got her that time.
Yeah, Burns knew it. She stood up immediately and threw it over to first. A little celebration. Nice way to get on the board for Samantha Lincoln, who's starting to pile up the strikeouts this year. That's kind of something you wanted to see her get because she was mainly known as a contact pitcher, but up to 39 strikeouts to 7 walks. That is something you wanted to see her improve, the K to walk ratio, and she so far have done that.
Lily Owens up to bat now. Swings that one long and hard down the center field. Is Maya Davis going to get there? Just out of the hand. Knocked it out of the park for a home run was Maya Davis.
She caught it. It bounced out of her glove, and Lily Owens gets this thing on the board immediately. Another home run. And that's going to kind of bring up the issue with Samantha Lincoln in limited. She's only pitched 44 innings coming today. She's allowed 5 home runs. Compared to Caitlin Terry and Candy, who've allowed 7 apiece. But they're at 84, and Terry, after pitching, is around at 78.
Lily Owens goes first pitch hunting.
That's going to bring up the dangerous Haley Schuler, 323 average. Of course, was the only Cougar to get a hit yesterday, and so now she doesn't have to worry about that title today with that solo shot from Owens. The wind, I think, helped that one, Brett.
Just a little. So did Maya Davis's glove. Slapped that one right back at Taylor Penn on the third base. 7-3. 5-3, excuse me.
You're kind of seeing what we talked about with BYU. They like to swing early. They don't really work counts, which pays off. I mean, you saw Owens first pitch swinging hits a home run. Schuler first pitch swinging ground out to panel. 2 different results with the same approach.
And that will bring on Alova Abrittingham, the catcher slash outfielder. Deep stance in this one. Here's the opening pitch to her. Swing and a miss.
She almost swung out of her stance and fell over. Brittingham, 232 batting average, on base at 287, so keeps around the same thing. Here's the funny thing. Her slugging is really high at 465 because 7 home runs. She is a one-outcome hitter right now.
Here's the 0-1. Chopped back and foul. She's going to go down on the count again, 0-2.
Bro, you can kind of see that with the way she swings, so she uncorks it. It's kind of, she makes contact, she's going to give it a ride. If she doesn't, you saw the first swing, she falls out of her feet.
BYU can't help but be aggressive. I mean, you already have a series loss. You're playing for prosperity at this point. Here's the 0-2 from Samantha Lincoln down and away into the dirt. Good catch by Burns, 1-2.
This will also mark the second time out of 3 games that BYU has gone on the board first. At the top of, actually, BYU in the top of the first has been net the entire time, either 1-1 or 0-0. And so far, they're a net positive of 1. It's because Brett highlighted. We'll highlight in between innings.
Swing and a miss. Samantha Lincoln will get out of this inning, only giving up 1 hit, that being the solo shot to left center field by Lily Owens.
What I was going to allude to, Brett, is how many times BYU is scoring per inning. What's the number in the first inning? Let's just talk about the first, because that's been the inning they've been arguably
Yeah.
the most productive so far.
Yeah. They're being outscored in the first inning, 30-53 going into the series, and that's barely changed.
Yeah, add 2 to both.
Exactly.
It's the difference is I think still identical. Because it's been 1-1-0-0, and if they score here, it's 1-1. Yeah.
Sebastian, Texas Tech put on an offensive clinic, specifically in that second inning yesterday we talked about earlier. What do you want to see from Texas Tech as they go back up against Modest, who they've seen so already this weekend?
And like I alluded to before, it's quality at bats, get on base. I would like to see the top of the order get on base a lot more, because the bottom of the order is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and I would love to see top of the order lift some of that pressure off of the bottom of the order. And obviously, in a perfect scenario, everybody gets on base, but specifically top of the order, because that's why you're batting first and second, is to get on base for your third and your cleanup hitter.
Speaking of top of the order, I mean, Kate talked about it when we did our starting lineups. Jackie List moving into that 3 spot. Mia Williams down.
If you want my honest take, I actually prefer the lineup from yesterday. I know you were scoring 10 runs, and it's a weird way of scoring 10 runs because you do it all kind of in one inning. You've done that so far this series. You've had 2 big innings. It's kind of how you balloon to double digits. I think List was the perfect cleanup hitter because if one runner got on base in the inning, with Terry and Davis on, that's almost a guarantee. List is a hard at bat that you are forced to pitch well because you can't walk him because there's runners on base already. You lose that freedom. But I'm not going to go against Glasgow because we saw it yesterday with him benching Spearman on Thursday, and she played good yesterday. So I'm never going to question the man who has yet to lose a series in conference play.
Sounds good to me as Maya Davis, your typical leadoff hitter for Texas Tech, will step up to the plate. Goes first pitch hunting out to Danica Acosta. She's gonna have a stand-up single. She goes first pitch hunting and makes contact.
Man, she hit the ball so hard it went off the second base's glove.
She hit that very hard. And now you're looking at Maya Davis, who stands on first. That's the first time she's gotten on base to lead off in this series, Kate. Sorry, excuse me, Sebastian. The first she had a strikeout and a ground out to start the first 2 games. It's Caitlin Terry up to bat now. She's first pitch hunting again. Good catch that time. Couldn't flip to first to get a double play.
This happened yesterday with Schuler. Davis got on via the walk, and then Terry was just a force out. Same thing happening here so far, a force out. I guess maybe because you've been grounding out recently that Jackie List has been hitting the ball so well, you kind of want her production maybe earlier.
Speaking of Jackie List, she's on now, batting .464, the reigning Big 12 Player of the Week. See that one fall in the zone for a strike.
What are the odds you could see a hit and run here?
Pretty high.
With Jackie List, I'd say it's pretty high. We're just joining us. BYU is leading at the bottom of this first with a home run solo shot to left center field.
Terry's been caught stealing twice, though. I mean, she's only stolen 8 bags, but an 80% success rate on a limited sample size. Going back to your hit and run question, you could see it.
1-1 to Jackie Liss. Check swing, say she got in the zone that time, 1-2.
I don't mind that take. If you swing at that, you're probably poking it. It's probably a double play. Because Liss is fast, but BYU has really quick hands in terms of getting the ball out of the glove. Sometimes a little too quick and they drop it, but
they've been battle tested so far this season. That one high and away. KT trying to steal. They're going to get her easily.
Again, Brittingham is top 15 in the country at throwing people out. This is what BYU is known for. And you kind of highlighted that earlier in the series. We finally see it there. It's really your first opportunity to steal, but Caitlin Terry just didn't get a good jump. Got out of the gate slow, and they kind of caught it by throwing a high pitch as a free pitch to throw her out.
2-2 now with 2 outs. The bottom of the first for Jackie Liss. Fouls that one back into the netting.
It's kind of like a home run swing right there. Wanting to make a difference. Doesn't want to give BYU the 1-0 lead going to the top of the second.
And if Jackie Liss gets on base, Mia Williams is a dangerous hitter. So if Jackie Liss gets on base, anything can happen. It could be 2-0 right now.
2-2 right at the third
right
baseman
there.
over her head. And Jackie Liss with a stand-up single. And that will bring on Mia Williams, like you said, Sebastian.
A smart play there by Liss, first base coach, kind of looking. Owen's terrific at getting to the ball and cutting it off at the right angle. We saw that yesterday. Terrible angle taken in the outfield by Tavita. If that doesn't happen, you don't have a double, almost a triple, right?
Yeah.
And so, good defensive play out there to get it in and hit the cutoff man.
Mia Williams, the 4-hole now with one runner on, that being Jackie Liss, bottom of the first. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That ball.
It also could be a mental thing. You know, you move around the lineup to like kind of re-jog their memory and be like, hey, you got to snap back into it. I mean, Williams has been terrific this series. She's been terrific all season, though.
Swings and a miss. Long ball to center field. This got a chance. Goodbye.
Start your singing, Brett. Start the singing. Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
That
ball-
guy's at a home run. That's the biggest home run I've seen since like last time.
That ball crushed by Mia Williams, and Texas Tech will take a 2-1 lead in Game 3.
Oh, I'm clipping that. I'm going home today and I'm grabbing the YouTube recording because I know it's really earning the broadcast, and I'm clipping that. That is going on my reel, even though it's not me.
Didn't even have a chance.
No, that was a high. That might go over the second fence. That was so high. Anyway, Taylor Panel, just dropped in the infield by Acosta, and Taylor Panel goes first pitch hunting. Texas Tech playing aggressive here to start the first.
I like Tech being aggressive because Acosta wants to get ahead early in the count and wants to kind of force you to get in these long at bats and then just dribble over, right? Just kind of be like, okay, fine, I submit. Tech against the BYU pitcher so far have had success swinging early. God, for anyone who's curious, yesterday we made a bet that if Mia Williams homers anytime for the rest of the year and Brett's calling the game, he'll sing opera once.
Mason, can you tell us how that was?
Yeah, how did that sound over the radio?
That's Jazzy Burns who come up for Texas Tech. Number 6 hole with Taylor Panel on. That one well outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Burns comes in today batting .338. Series before that, she was batting .348. So hovering around the same thing. She got this hitting started yesterday in that bottom of the second, hit a rocket up the middle. That's what ultimately started the 9-run barrage.
That one down and away for ball 2. And you know, Kay, it was kind of looking like the first time you saw Modis. You got two putouts to second base, 2 ground balls hit. Jazzy Burns has that one fall inside the zone for strike 1.
That's going to look like a ball because Burns is almost on top of the plate.
Yeah.
But that's what you kind of force Modis to do, make an uncomfortable pitch, and she executed right there.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's kind of been the doctor's diagnosis is make her give you a pitch you want. As that one's outside, ball. It's gonna be 3-1 now for Jazzy Burns.
See, I'm a little confused about that because it's barely lower than the pitch before, and that's a ball.
Can't ask for much better if you're Modis.
That's kind of been the theme of this series for the BYU pitching staff.
Hitters count. Swing and a miss. Taylor Panel will get an easy take of second base.
There's your hit and run, Sebastian. That was exactly what got called there. Unfortunately, Burns didn't make contact.
Swing and run.
Swing and run. Works very similar because it's
at
close
least
you
we
can
got
get.
at least we got the Jackie Liss on base, and then the damage that happened right immediately after.
Full count down and away for ball 4, Jazzy Burns. And Kay, we talked about this so many times in the past. Jazzy Burns came into, you talk about how well she is of a hitter. A lot of this lineup had to learn how to be patient, and Jerry Glasgow kind of drilled it into him. You have to learn to be patient when you're playing the number 2 team. When you're the number 2 team in the country, you have to learn to play both sides.
And they reflects in the walk category. They already passed yesterday. Yesterday they officially passed their team total of last year's walks. They played 20 less games, Brett. That's been the biggest difference I'm seeing from both of these teams from their respective years. They had the firepower, it's just getting on base.
Desi Spearman at the plate now.
And another hitter that does not chase. Desiree Spearman has 9 strikeouts to 19 walks.
2-0 in the count. Now
By the
getting
way,
ahead of it early.
my mom said that Mia Williams part was really funny.
Let's go. She didn't say the singing was good, though, is what I'm hearing. Hold on now. 2-1. That ball, that pitch called a strike.
I'm not professionally trained.
I do have a degree in music.
Oh.
2 runners on the base paths for Texas Tech. That means Jazzy Burns and Taylor Panel. Desi Spearman goes back to crowd to the plate a little bit on that pitch. So that one goes 3-1.
And going back to that point we made, it's hard to score. It's hard to have a high-powered offense if you're going to only hit solo shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what the Red Raiders pitching staff is kind of settled with. It's like, we'll give up solo shots.
The 3-1 to Desi Spearman swings it back and foul into the netting. And you know, Katie, goes back to what you talked about at the beginning of the game. You said, I'm going to have to trust Jerry Glasgow, and you saw it pay off immediately.
I'm done questioning the man who has proven everyone wrong many of times.
32nd different lineup. Full count. Desi Spearman pulls it down the third base line. Easy step on the bag for Townsend, and that will end the inning. But not before Texas Tech does damage via the Mia Williams 2-run blast to right center field. Texas Tech leads this one 2-1 on 4 hits.
So coming into the series, Williams had 26 extra base hits, 13 of them being doubles and 13 of them being home runs. So she homered again, which if that checks out correctly, she's going to hit a double her next time up. So then she could keep equal, because for the last month of play, every time she homers, she immediately has a double, so her extra base hits are just halved. One half is home runs and the other half is doubles. No triple on the year. No excess amount of home runs. I think that also makes sense, though, because she's driving her home runs. That was a center field homer. Most of her home runs, Sebastian, are gappers or down the line. She's a pull hitter. So for her to take that center, I got to hear you sing opera.
You think she heard us and was like, you know what?
You know,
we're going to make them sing opera today.
Just for you, Kate, I'll get this home run real quick. Then we'll bring on Bree Townsend to hit and start the top of the second. She just got the last out.
It's going to be Townsend, Udall Woolley, and Tavita, sophomore, senior, freshman, so the whole spectrum of age groups.
You saw 3 freshmen start this series, Cade, on Thursday.
Oh.
It's gone down to 3. It's gone down to 2.
Yeah, there were some really bad at-bats. It
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. Glass going over to Burns, by the way, telling her to kind of giving her some direction to tell Lincoln. I think the hand sign was to keep it down, which makes sense. A homer was off a high pitch. Yeah. Trust your defense, right, Brett?
Absolutely. You know, you talk about Samantha Lincoln being that prospect. That was a good word to use because she's learning from 2 potential All-Americans.
She gets to pick the brain of Caitlin Terry and Nigel Candy.
And she's arguably your best change-up hitter. She's your best change-up pitcher.
That's one thing I would like to see, like, transfer over to Nigel, which it kind of did, is pick the brain of Lincoln. How are you throwing your changeup? You know,
you got to learn off of each other. When you're the number 2 team in the country,
there isn't much film to watch other people to how to get better because the best players in the country are in your clubhouse.
Mm-hmm. Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about Bree Townsend coming into the bat?
Yeah, mentioned her average at 214. That's since it's hovered around the same thing. She did not play in first game, kind of used as a bench player, but of course that injury tomorrow has opened up extended playing time for Townsend after the pitch. I'll kind of give you a little bit more about her.
The first pitch to Townsend. That one just inside the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, Townsend only 4 home runs on the year with 4 walks, 12 strikeouts, but 14 RBIs. This is her 71st at-bat and only 15 hits. It's just kind of been a struggle for the sophomore. From Napomo, California.
That one into the dirt in front of Burns. You have to count 1-1. And it goes back to what we talked about. This BYU team likes to swing.
It's interesting to see 3 pitches in the at-bat right now.
1 ball, 1 strike to Bree Townsend. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one got low. Got her to chase a little bit that time.
Yeah, her head was looking at the sky and the ball was in the ground. And, she's going to take a little bit longer of a walk there. You know, if she can get on, that just kind of extends the order. But at the bottom of this order, a 9 is, if they can somehow get to it, is not good right now.
We'll bring it up when we get there. 1-2, down and away for ball 2.
This is your issue with Lincoln. And it's that she's a methodical pitcher, kind of how you said Terry is. The issue is Lincoln dances around too much to play. Terry is methodical, but she'll go at you. She's kind of a mixture of Kennedy and Lincoln.
She'd be a great poker player.
Who?
Caitlin Terry.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because she's that devious smiler. She'd get aces, and she'd kind of
With the
have a
dirt
smirk.
again. Full count now for Townsend. And it's nothing Townsend's done. It's all been, like you said, Samantha Lincoln.
Well, Lincoln to Acosta got into a full count as well, or very close to it. Lincoln just wastes too many pitches. She shows her cards a little too early and then can't get them back.
Swing right at Taylor Panel, makes the throw across the diamond in time to Jackie List for out number 1.
Good hustle there from Townsend, but that's a routine play. Arguably your best infielder at Taylor Panel. Another reason, I think a forgotten reason why you wanted to bring her in. You had to replace your third baseman. You had to replace a bunch of players.
Thought to be your most well-rounded player coming out of that transfer portal class.
And she has been. She just doesn't light up the numbers home run-wise, but she's a consistent hitter. I mean, you remember, top of the inning, she went first pitch swinging, and it was just a nice little single. Nothing crazy.
Udall Woolley goes first pitch hunting again, pulls it down, fouled on the third base line for strike 1.
Almost had a repeat of Thursday. That single by
Went off.
Was it
the
Owens?
bag.
It was
Yeah,
Owens.
Yeah, Owens went off the bag at third, went high into the air. Taylor Panel just
kind of like a trampoline.
Yeah. Batting .217 is the senior Udall Woolley. The board doesn't say strike 1. It should in a second.
The board this series has not been up to date.
Now one falls into the zone, goes down in the count 0-2. They just added strike 1.
Woolley has 12 strikeouts this year. Tied for actually one of the lowest in the lineup, which is not a great thing.
Can't make contact if you don't swing the bat. Samantha Lincoln waits for the sign from Burns. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off down the third base line again.
Yeah, she's having trouble keeping her hands level and smooth through the inside pitches, turning on them too quickly. The first pitch she almost got was probably the best cut she could put. Lincoln likes, as the lefty, kind of working into a right-hander. It's a long way for your arm to go to kind of finesse it in.
Woolley staying alive at 0-2. That one just outside the zone. 1-2 now.
See, that's a fine pitch.
Aside from the wind, beautiful day here. It's partly cloudy.
It's picturesque. If you're a photographer today, this is awesome. If you're sitting, it's really cold.
The 1-2. Rise ball just got a little high on that one.
We almost saw Townsend, Udall Woolley almost just swung on it.
That was so slow, but it rose so quickly.
I think it got her surprised too.
As that, even if the count 2-2 with Tavita on deck.
If that's eye candy, that's a jawbreaker. I mean,
Samantha Lincoln playing deep into the pitcher's clock. 13-12. Here's the pitch 2-2. Down the line. Gets past Haley Toney. And Woolley will be standing at first.
That's a really strong at-bat there from Woolley. Executed at a very high level, turned on it a couple times. And that's what she did there. Just, again, you're a D1 softball player, right? Putting a good put the ball where it wants to go. I think so many players, especially in a situation like BYU where they're just trying to find the love of the game, put a cut on it. Let everything else happen. You can't control where the ball goes. It's physically impossible unless you have telepathy.
That will bring on Rita Tavita. That one down away into the zone. Big leadoff there from Udall Woolley. She has to go back to first base, though. Ball 1 for the freshman. Batting .266 on the year is Rita Tavita. Has a .413 on-base percentage.
Again, a name to look out for, I think, in a year. I think the second-year jump's going to be pretty good for her.
Changeup falls into the zone that time.
Yeah, that average has dropped to 266, though. It's not been a series for Tavita. And the outfield has been okay. But that, again, like you said, that .413 on base percentage plus the slugging puts that OPS at 850. That's pretty good for a true freshman.
The 1-1 out away into the zone again. Samantha Lincoln's consistently finding that bottom right part of the zone there, Sebastian.
And that that's where you want to go, to be honest, because BYU is very aggressive. Granted, not this inning. They're putting very quality at-bats together, but I like the way that she's pitching.
2-1. The right corner again. Down 3-1.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
Just something to mention. Tavita's is second on the team in walks coming in today at 14. Unreal discipline as a freshman. We saw other freshmen, Urencho and a couple others, who Urencho swung at 6 straight pitches, and they're all awful.
3-1. Swings it foul. Full count now. Willie has to walk all the way back to first base.
This has so far been BYU's most methodical game from the plate. Kind of mixing up. They're swinging early, and then if they get down the count, they're making the at-bat long and difficult, which is really kind of showing some development here in the last couple days.
They understand that Samantha Ling is one of those experimental pitchers.
Which, again, you don't need to be experimenting in a 2-1 game.
The payoff. Down and away for ball 4. 2 runners on now for BYU, and Mia Williams will have something to say to her pitcher.
We're starting to see the issue with Lincoln. When her stuff's going and nobody's on base. That's why the solo shot was fine. Nobody was on base after. She could lock back in. There's someone on base now. Now there's 2 on. It just starts to pile up really quickly as now we're up to Fabella, a 208 average for a freshman. Speaking about freshmen, like that's the other polar end of it.
That one just below the zone, and Samantha Lincoln can't believe it.
Yeah, 321 on base percentage. Someone who doesn't get on base a lot, you don't want to put her on because, I mean, sure, you have no threat after that with Turlington batting 069. But right now, you're not making it hard for them.
The 1-0. Changeup falls into the zone that time.
Just throw the changeup. I'm being completely honest when I say that. Throw the changeup until they crush it. Because what they've crushed so far has been your fastball.
Well, full even count at 1-1 from Samantha Lincoln. Here's the pitch. Changeup again falls into the zone. Right on cue, Cade. If you're just joining us, BYU threatening 2 runners on, standing at first and second. That being Rita Tavita and Maddie Udall-Woolley, with freshman Kaya Fabella on. Texas Tech leads at 2-1 at the top of the second with 1 out.
Both teams traded home runs in that first inning.
Just outside the zone in that right corner again.
What pitch was that? It was not a changeup.
No. It was gas.
Yeah, and the gas, unfortunately, is spilling all over the place, and we might have an explosion soon.
Yeah. That was the $3 a gallon gas you saw there.
It's the gas you get at Dollar General.
The 2-2. Swung on the third base line again, foul.
See, that was another changeup. They made contact with it, but Fabella looks so uncomfortable with it because she has to wait very long. These teams are very similar in terms of they don't like hitting off speed. Neither of them do. They both like to crush the speed. The issue is Tech is just a lot better at it compared to BYU.
Fabella battling with an even count 2-2. They've challenged the third base line a lot so far in this game. Down and away to the right side again. Full count. Second straight batter with a full count, and now we're going to have a circle meeting right from Taylor Panel.
Yeah, I think she just needs to throw the changeup. The fastball clearly isn't working right now. Just get this hitter out and then have a team meeting. You have 2 outs after hopefully this batter.
Tony has to go around Willie, but gets the out, throw to first, and Jackie Liss to get Kaya Fabella out of there.
And you got her to swing over top it and just hit a chopper. And because of that, you get the changeup there, and that's how you get the out. I mean,
that's a difficult play by Haley Tony, too. Had to wait for the
and
runner
she
to
had a
get
backhand. She could not do a standard get in front of it, receive it to the chest, and get it out. But Haley Tony, when she can field the ball like correctly, not saying that in a bad way, she's a really quick delivery to the bag.
Tristan Turlington hits one down the third base line, fair. That's going to bring in 2. 2 RBI double for Tristan Turlington, the worst hitter by average on this BYU squad.
That's your third and fourth RBI on the year. That's your second double and her only second extra base hit. Kind of inexcusable things, but again, unfortunately, you're throwing a bunch of just your outside changeup is the only thing, and Glasgow's really trying to encourage it. Glasgow's telling her right now, he's like, just keep throwing it, but he told her to go low, and unfortunately, she doesn't have control over the fastball low, so she's became a one-dimension pitcher. And you're losing here in the second inning, something we haven't said yet.
Nyjah Kennedy warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah.
I doubt we see her.
If you let up another 2 runs in this inning, so you're down 5-2, I think you do see here for the. You can put it right there next to our equipment. Yeah. Because you don't want to lose a game to this BYU team. You want to. Texas just lost.
Just lost to Alabama. They could lose this series, and you could well be #1 in the polls, but not if you lose to BYU.
And you have to play that game.
Swing and a miss by Acosta. Big first swing.
The off speed again. I think until Lincoln can show even control over the fastball, I don't think you should throw it. No, I'm not a pitching coach.
Swings that one foul. Now down in the count 0-2.
Wouldn't this be a perfect time to throw your changeup at the bottom of the zone? 0-2 count, 2 outs. Get the inning over.
Gonna try to get her chase a little bit. First time BYU's been through the order in the first 2 innings.
And those first 2 pitches, by the way, she worked really quick, and now she's letting the clock really go long.
Return sign from Burns. The 0-2 delivery. Popped up right at Jazzy Burns. She didn't go for it initially, but she got there in time, and that'll end the damage. But not before BYU, a 2 RBI double from Tristan Turlington, the 9-hole hitter. Gives them back the lead 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the second.
By the way, Turlington's slugging 100. It's not. I'm not trying to call her a bad hitter.
It's
just you're a senior batting below 1. And if you're Lincoln, that's not a person you should be throwing. They're still a quality hitter, Sebastian. You can't just be like, I'll just throw something. She's going to screw up anyway.
You're playing Division I Power 4 softball.
And you're playing Big 12 softball, which used to have a meaning. You're kind of waiting for the second generation of it, the powerhouse. You got Arizona. You lost arguably the best program ever in softball history, and you replaced it with the second best. And then UCLA. So I'm glad to take UCLA here. It would make no sense.
Controversial take, honestly. No, you talk about Arizona. 6+ national titles.
They've hit the most home runs ever.
Yep.
I know OU has most total, but I think there's like a streak since like they basically cherry-picked a stat.
They have the best dynasty
in
college softball history.
OU?
OU.
Yes.
Arizona is the historical top 2. As we have a pickle delivery.
I don't think a pickle right now sounds good. A pickle right now kind of sounds like I want to puke.
In this kind of weather, I don't.
I've also never had a bag of pickle. I don't understand the hype of it.
Pop a pickle. They're okay. They're really cheap.
I want a pickle. I'm eating the slices on a burger.
It just tastes like a pickle, to be completely honest. That's just me, though.
I just don't understand the hype. I've seen people drink the juice out of it first. Ugh. I just gave myself the ick. I actually just fully revolted on air.
I don't think he's a fan of pickles.
No, I am. I love them on a sandwich. I love them on a burger.
Yeah, have you ever ate pickles and popcorn together?
No.
Are you expecting?
Huh?
Are you expecting?
Not yet.
Haley Toney on to lead the bottom of the second for Texas Tech with 2 for 3 yesterday. As she goes first base, hunting right down back at Mades for a stand-up single.
You're seeing signature Haley Toney, Brett, just putting good cuts on the ball. Because Toney's ability is bat to ball speed and being able to kind of hit anything anywhere. She can hit it up high, she can hit it low, she can just get her bat to anything. She was trying to do stuff earlier this year. She was trying to make the hits. Because you feel the pressure when your teammates are hitting home runs. Like, I want to do it too. She's showing why she's a captain, because she can get back in the cage and really rebound.
We'll bring up Lauren Allred.
Prettiest swing in sports. Comes in today at 344 average. The average is climbing back up.
She had that double off the wall, the top of the wall.
She came into the series batting 322. She's rated by 20 points already.
Forgotten in this lineup now in the 9-hole. Ball 1.
It's really
ball 2.
Funny. Last year, Toney and Allred were your 3 and 4 punch combo because you had Davis, Elder, Toney, Allred. That was your 3-4. Those are your power hitters in the lineup, and now they're your 8-9.
Hit the RBI that lifted you over OU in the College World Series. was Lauren Allred. These were your two. You talk about one-punch combo. These were your heroes in the Women's College World Series.
And now they're the ones who turn the lineup over. I mean, you want to talk about unfairness?
3-0, well ahead of the count is Lauren Allred.
It's an underrated aspect of her game as well, the walks.
And she sees that one fall into the zone, 3-1.
Yeah, Allred has 17 walks. She's one of the only players who Glasgow didn't have. I mean, she's been with Glasgow for 3 years now. Who Glasgow didn't have to tell to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a disciplined batter in general. She's not going to swing at something she doesn't want.
3-1, down and away for ball 4, and there it is. 2 runners on, standing at first and second, as Maya Davis will come on with no outs.
And your bottom of the order hitters are getting on base, exactly what we needed. And now let's see what Mia Davis can do with 2 runners on first and second, no outs.
Yeah, Maya went first pitch swinging last time she was up to bat, right?
Got her first leadoff hit of the series.
The wind's blowing to right. Which
That one
means
high and away.
And that's really saying something, how the bottom of the order is being really patient. They're drawing the walks. And then their top of the order is where you're getting the aggressive power swings.
that's kind of an impromptu circle visit for BYU. Meredith kind of walked to the top of the steps and then turned around. So I think he was maybe going to go out there, and then I think the catcher waved him off, or vice versa.
Maya Davis. I'm going to say that she has 37 RBIs. That's only fourth on the team.
Yeah, she's not recording RBI in this series, though, which is a rarity. It's kind of been an odd one to start. Is now a
stoppage of play.
Yeah, now Meredith's going to come in. They're going to pull her. So they just delayed so they can get some more time. It's going to be Vegas, I think.
Vegas, yes.
Who pitched really well in the final couple innings yesterday. She pitched what, 2/3?
Yeah.
2 1/3, 3.
Yeah.
Only 1 run scored. Her changeup was really dynamic, and she was able to place a drop ball pretty well. Has a couple high heats, kind of like Lincoln though. The high heat and the rise ball, she can't really keep control over.
A fan just walked past us with a Whataburger pennant.
That is pretty sick.
That is insane.
Here's a little breakdown, Vegas. Coming into the series, 7.74 ERA. That's definitely going to drop after yesterday's appearance. 213 whip. That's going to stay the same. Vegas got out of the inning with a couple double plays. 330 opponent batting average entering.
What do you think of the poll right now, Kate?
The poll?
Of the poll. They pull out Marius.
I think it's understandable because the Tech this year has historically been really good. They're like UT last year, if I'm going to compare them to teams. They lost to that team, so that's also why I can say I saw that team in person 3 times. They're really good at adjusting to pitchers after they see them once. You know, the first day you see them, you're like, oh, wait, it takes you about 3 innings to get used. And that's kind of when you saw the runs scored. Yesterday, you kind of have it keyed in on their style of pitching, but then you saw Vegas, and you're like, we've never seen it before. Then you're going to bring in Modest. They've seen Modest. They have 5 hits already. I think it's the difference. Modest, the first game didn't allow a lot of hits. Second game, the second appearance, she's allowed a lot. I'm fine with this because Vegas gave you the 1 run she only allowed. And she came in there and played damage control. She pitched really well for not many appearances. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I think you've pitched, because Modest, you've pitched almost 3. She's appeared all 3 games. I mean, that arm's tired. They've seen her too many times. There's too much film on her now. There's too much game experience. Bring in someone who had these players confused.
Their baseman Townsend playing well inside the bag. Because that one's going to be dropped for a ball. Try to get someone caught stealing. There's no dice that time.
That and Davis is trying to at least advance Tony to third, but it's trying to do a double advance. Going to put pressure because they also have to make the right read whenever this happens if she does connect on a bunt.
The 2-0 swing, chopped foul from Maya Davis. 2-1 now. If you're just joining us, Texas Tech facing a new pitcher, that being Villegas. After Marius let 2 on base, that being Lauren Allred and Haley Toney with no outs here at the bottom of the second, trying to do some damage control.
And you're trailing.
3-2 for BYU. Here's the 2-1 from Villegas. Shows bunt, no dice that time, but I'm going to say not in time. Ball 3 now for Maya Davis. You're in danger of walking her now, giving 3 bases to Caitlin Terry.
Davis's innate ability to pull the ball up, her bunt away as it's come in because she knows it's a ball, is elite level stuff. There's a reason why she's leads in hit category stolen bases and most ever at bats.
Drop down. Was that throw to second in time? Excuse me. She pump faked it a little bit, but now you have Caitlin Terry coming on with one runner in scoring position. Standing at third, that being Haley Tony.
Glasgow's not happy about something, but I don't know what it is. It was a kind of a head shake of disapproval. Maybe he's mad about how Allred slid in there, but it's Glasgow. He never stops.
Caitlin Terry up to bat now, her second.
Hit a huge home run yesterday, hit a 3-run shot, has the chance to do the same.
So is the swipe. Maya Davis going to try to steal. She does. I say try, but it's Maya Davis.
That's one of the closest plays I've seen for Davis this year, though.
2 runners in scoring position now, standing at second and third. Haley Tony and Maya Davis with KT with 1 ball, 1 out, bottom of the second.
Single scores 2.
Shows the swipe again. That one falls into the zone that time.
It's a good changeup, catches that outside corner to the left-hander. Remember, this is a lefty-on-lefty matchup. It's going to be really uncomfortable for Terry.
Lord love a lefty. Even count 1-1.
So the Lord doesn't love me?
Swung at it down the first base side. Not in
Oh,
time.
she threw it
Error.
away.
Threw it away to the BYU dugout, and that's going to advance Caitlin Terry to second base on the error. The errant throw from Acosta to Udall Woolley.
I'm really did BYU pack the wrong cleats? Acosta fell down fielding the ball, and then she tried to get up and kind of threw it from her legs and threw it at the ground. I don't know what the Cougars did. Look, here's the replay on the board. She just falls down trying to field the ball. It's not even a hard hit one. It's a routine play. They need to bring better cleats next time they come to the cellar.
2 runs score for Texas Tech on the error in the right infield. As Jackie Liss watches that one go ball for her first pitch.
464 average. That's ridiculous. I remember literally maybe 2 weeks ago it was 380, 390, and she's jumped up almost a whole point.
Batted .818 last week.
That will help.
Yeah. 1-0. That one finds the zone. Nothing but straight gas on that one, right down the middle.
Vegas is really good. She's been real outstanding this series and placing the pitches. Her placement's been elite. Her stuff is okay, but when you can place the ball whenever you want, it makes your stuff look more difficult.
Mia Williams on deck. That one drops below the zone for ball 2.
Unless you get a random double play, you get her back up. And, of course, you hit your lone home run of this game so far. Let Brett sing opera.
Tech hitting going 5 for 9 so far in this game, 556. 2-1, blasted foul.
Yeah, but Brett, you want to know the stat that's really unfortunate for runners on 1 for 5 and runners in scoring position 0 for 3. But they've been great in 2-out hitting because they've just been singles. They have not brought anyone home because of it.
They are human.
Yes.
2-2 count for Jackie Liss. Someone who's playing subhuman, Jackie Liss, over the last week. She flits that one down the third base line. Throw across the diamond by Townsend in time, but not before Caitlin Terry is able to advance to third. Tags up and gets in scoring position on the third base for Mia Williams.
That's some smart base running. Yeah, Williams, of course, we just mentioned, hit the home run there. You gotta realize that at this point in the season, it's all about just win. Nobody cares how much you win by anymore. No, you shouldn't be in this position against this team, per the metrics. But that's why stats don't play.
Popped up by Mia Williams in time, almost out of the hand of Daniela Acosta. Bobbled it a little bit, but BYU is going to get out of this one, only giving up 2. And Texas Tech only up 4-3 in this game.
We almost saw Acosta do her best Davis impression. Now, unfortunately, Davis's one was she just gave Owens a free home run, who's leading off for the inning, by the way, for BYU. Wait, that popped a couple times
My
out of the glove, and
goodness.
she caught it in foul territory. The thing is, she made contact with it when it was in fair. So if she had dropped it and then it fell into foul territory, it still would have been a fair ball, and we would have been off to the races, and it would have been really fun to try to watch what happened. But, Sebastian, you've taken a lead. You're up 4-3. But Samantha Lincoln's struggling. This is a second game in a row with her having a bad outing and allowing runs. Remember, against Iowa State, she allowed 6. And Iowa State's very similar to this team. Just an area of concern because if you have 3 elite pitchers, you give your aces even more rest when you get to tournament season. But if you can't come out and count on Samantha Lincoln right now, Sebastian, you're looking at a little bit of the same issue you had last year.
And that's one thing to note is that you don't want to bring Kennedy or Caitlin Terry on. You want to have Lincoln for presumably the rest of the game. But at the same time, if you can't get your fastball, if you can't control your fastball, which should be the one pitch that you can control, and you're basically at that point you're a one-pitch pitcher at that point, and you're just throwing the changeup hoping that they don't time it up because you can't control that fastball. So these first couple hitters in this inning, I would really expect her to just get away from the fastball, just pitch to contact, because you're getting a lot of 3-1 at bats and you're having to challenge the hitter, and that's when you're getting these rope doubles.
Infield crew working on ground balls right now. Yesterday, Mia Williams had an uncharacteristic error. That ball, now to be fair to her, that ball was hit very hard right at her, just fell out of her glove.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of weird. Again, this dirt is cursed. You know, that's why my news thing is, scary things happen at the cellar. I don't understand why it's happening here, but the dirt here has just been really, really rough to field this season. It's not like that last year.
First one from Samantha Lincoln in there for a strike. This is her get-back moment if you're Samantha Lincoln. Lily Owens homered off of you in the first.
If you're Samantha, you're like, well, you didn't really homer. My outfielder had to help you. It still counts.
The 0-1 just in that bottom right of the zone again.
I want to see Lincoln attack hitters more. I think the problem is she gets so methodical and is like, I got to set you up perfectly. It's like, just throw your stuff. You're good enough for a reason.
You can play on the number 2 team in the country. That one, well, lightly tapped, flipped to first in time by Mia Williams to Jackie Liss. Slow roller on that one.
Owens basically a swinging bunt, basically a check swing bunt. She didn't really want to swing and it made contact. Everyone on the diamond, including her, was like, oh, we all got to play.
And that will bring on Haley Schuler, the only player to get a hit yesterday, as we said before.
And if you're Samantha Lincoln, you really want a quick inning, get back in the dugout, get this offense back on the field.
You got work to do. Big swing on that one.
It's a couple times we've seen that on the drop ball / curve. Huge swings there. It's very similar to her changeup, but it has a little bit more of a 12-6 action compared to the changeup that kind of just floats in there.
Seeing Lincoln trying to get her second consecutive out here. That one flipped up out of the glove by Jazzy Burns. Ball 1.
She went bowling there, and she didn't get the spare.
She got a gutter ball.
Yeah. You get a try for the spare now. You still got clean pins. I haven't been bowling in a while.
Bowling's fun, man.
I like it. I used to play with the bumpers, and then I grew up.
And then I grew up. I like to put curve on it.
I have no idea how to do that.
I don't either. Here's the 1-1. It just happens. And what happens there is a strike.
You just
from
put a
Samantha
natural
Lincoln.
curve on the ball.
Yes.
Are you a
Yes.
prodigy?
No, because I'm still not good at bowling. But
Y'all want to know a tip for that? Is when you're letting go of the ball, kind of flick it, but let it go off your hands when you flick it.
See, I can't bowl with my fingers in the hole.
1-2, down and away for ball 2.
Oh yeah, you can also curve it without your fingers in the
Oh,
hole.
really? Well, I do like where I hold it, like I cradle it like on my bicep, and then I fully rear back and roll it.
Interesting.
I'm a two-hand bowler.
You're two-hand like Jason Belmonte.
Sure.
That's like the one bowler I know.
Yeah. Is that the who do you think you are I am guy?
No.
Oh.
2-2, swung at it, shot foul.
We'll get back to softball. Sorry to get you all off topic. Who you think you are? I am. Hate me or love me, all you could do is watch. That's his best quote of all time.
I love that dude. 2-2 count from Samantha Lincoln. One out here at the top of the third.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Just trying to say that to Schuler right now. Schuler says, I'm me. She's not going to fall for the bait that time. Bottom left corner, ball 3.
Schuler's a very disciplined batter.
Full count now. I believe the 4th one that Samantha Lincoln's had in this game.
And you have to remember, Schuler's played against high-profile teams. I mean, she's one of the lone transfers on this team from Duke, and Duke's a great program.
Was down the line, foul. Over the fence into the bullpen for BYU.
Oh, there's 2 balls in play now. We got 2 balls. 2 balls. Who? Oh, who wants it? You want the ball, Burns.
You get a ball. You get a ball. You get a ball.
You get a ball.
Oprah would be proud.
We have a 4-3-2-1 on the scoreboard. 4th at bat, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Wow, it's numerical.
Whoa. Here's the 3-2 full count. Check swing. Got her out. Got her out on that one.
Smart appeal there from the umpire. I don't think he thinks she win, and he's like, fine.
No, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to be the ump that makes the wrong choice.
He has accountability. I respect that. He had the accountability. Like,
There's
all right,
been a
I'm
great
not sure.
umpire group this series.
Absolutely.
They've all 3 home plate umpires have called a good strike zone, a consistent one as well.
We'll bring back on Alova Brittingham. 0-1 today.
Yeah, you're kind of hard of the order 3, 4, 5 of all over.
Down and away for ball 1.
And you know, I think BYU would be doing better because Acosta, outside of the leadoff double to start the series, she's done practically nothing. And that's kind of been your issue for BYU because you can't get things started. You have to find unsung heroes every day, which this lineup does not have the depth for unsung heroes. Unless your name is Turlington.
Ball 1 bounces away from Burns for ball 2. Besides that pitch, I was about to say, this is the most confident Samantha Lincoln's looked so far today.
And you lost all the confidence.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't even think it anymore.
The wind has picked up, and I just got really cold.
He's rubbing his legs down, and I don't know. We're
Yeah,
wearing shorts.
I'm rubbing
wearing
my legs.
shorts.
I have pants on. I'm rubbing my legs to get a little friction heat going.
2-0, change up just above the zone that time. Samantha Lincoln looks at him like, are you sure about that? No, he's sure. 3-0, batters count.
Just throw something. Throw a strike. If she makes contact, that's fine. She's a 232 average. Her on base percentage is only 287. I mean, she hits 7 home runs, so don't throw something that's a home run pitch. Keep it low.
The infield, everyone's off the bag so far, waiting for something to go into the infield. And she's walked.
Lincoln kind of looks confused. And
Yeah.
Here you go. They're going to have a pitching change. Yeah, Kennedy's going to come out. You've seen all Lincoln. It's just not her stuff today. It hasn't been her stuff in a week. And she's obviously going to be frustrated by herself. But and Glasgow's going to have a conversation with her. She just didn't have control.
Yeah.
And Lincoln still is battling the mental part. Remember, she's a sophomore in college. She's just a kid.
What were you doing when you were a sophomore in college?
I was calling her games.
I was.
Because she was a freshman.
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah. I was in band. I was in marching band.
You called a game or two.
Yeah.
You had a show.
I was worrying about music theory. She's worrying about competing for a national title. It's hard stuff.
And I was there in attendance as a fan, worrying about driving the 45 minutes back to Norman at my brother's house.
Is that where you stayed?
Yeah. If I go again this year, I'm just going to get a hotel or Airbnb.
Yeah.
We should go together.
I agree. Isaac Kennedy back at.
Sorry.
Yeah, come out here.
Candy actually, this was Candy's best series I've seen from her in a little while. She had been struggling recently.
Yeah, I mean, any time you get your 1,000th career strikeout.
This is the pitcher you need. No, I'm going to say, you didn't let me finish. Because
This is the pitcher you need. Oh, okay.
because she gets strikeouts. BYU struggles against strikeout pitchers. They want to play pitchers who are going to try to grind out the at-bat because that's what they kind of want to do. I don't know. BYU is very odd. They're very aggressive at some parts. They're very not. But we've seen when you attack BYU, it's way they're a lot more uncomfortable. They like when the at-bat goes longer.
That changeup falls well out of the zone high.
Kennedy taps her chest to Burns and goes, "My bad."
Yeah. Hey, first one of the day.
And it's cold in the dugout. Like, yes, you get time to warm up in the bullpen, but you got to wait for the pitching change.
One runner on, standing at first for BYU. Swing and a miss. Big one there from Bree Townsend. And immediately you see the impact.
And I'm really happy with this game in this direction. Sheree might be like, why are you happy? It's 4-3. You're like in a grunge match with BYU. I want to see this team have some adversity.
And they've dealt with, as that ball goes for, that's a ball. And you see this team have adversity in this series. That we talked about it. That first game is going to look so misleading because the 11-1 finish. You were only up 7-1.
Well, if you want to get even more technical, you're up 4-1 until the fifth.
Mm-hmm. You were losing at the beginning of that game.
Luckily it's been the Red Raiders that you would want from last year, consistently putting up 2 to 1 run per inning. But I like to see Nyjah come in a relief appearance. It's been a while since we've seen that, just because teams have been dominating.
Yeah.
They've been dominating this year.
Another learning lesson for Samantha Lincoln.
You need to find. She needs to find her stuff. But the thing is, when you get to tournament play, Lincoln is a secret weapon because her stuff's great for 4 outs, and you might only need her for 4 outs.
Even count 2-2. Here's the delivery from Kennedy. Swing and a miss. Foul tip doesn't matter.
I don't know why Burns threw it in the outfield. That's out number 3.
Yeah.
That's out number 3. The scoreboard was so behind that BYU was running the bases. It's out number 3. Burns didn't know that because they didn't update the scoreboard either.
She had the zoomies, Kate. She got all the way to third.
She had to keep running. Gotta go.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna get there. She got the runners high, but she has to. She's going to have to run all the way back to the dugout as Texas Tech gets out of this one. Nyjah Kennedy comes in relief of Samantha Lincoln and gets the last batter out with a strikeout. Texas Tech will come back on with Taylor Panel leading off the bottom of the third. You're up 4-3 in this game, and it feels like it.
It feels like a game from last year. But the thing is, I trust this team in that situation. I think, if you asked me earlier this season, I don't think I would trust this team in this situation. Because you saw against Nebraska. You put together terrible at-bats after that 5th inning meltdown where you allowed 2 straight. You just swung at everything and said, I hope it works. Since then, you've really come back down to earth. I mean, everyone's going to talk about the Arizona game. I'm done beating that horse. It's time to move on. You've showed that you can come back. And I also like the way Glasgow doesn't care about sweeping teams. He does, obviously, but when he talks to the players, he's like, if you win every series, it's really hard to beat you. Because once you get to tournament play, if you view them like series, you only need, in tournaments like for regionals and supers, you have to win 2 games.
Yeah.
That's all Glasgow's going to care about. He's going to be like, all right, win 2 games, and then move on. Win 2 games. Move on.
And Sebastian, I want to get you in on this too. They were in the interview yesterday with Coach Glasgow. He was talking about how he was stressed yesterday during the game when we were going neck and neck, going into that second inning, and he was like, "Man, yeah, I was stressed, but I got to learn to just enjoy these games, man. We're winning. We're a really good team. This is a really good team. I got to learn to enjoy it."
And that's the nature of it. You're going to be in close games, especially in the tournament. So learning to deal with adversity, knowing that you're going to be neck and neck with the best teams in the country, just knowing how to deal with that, and especially knowing how to manage those situations. I think Glasgow has done a really impressive job with doing that.
Taylor Pano to lead off the bottom of the third. I want to give a quick shout out to Macy's holding it down in the booth, held it down for us all weekend. We're there at MCOM. We appreciate you, Macy. We wouldn't be here without you. Taylor Panel swings and misses for strike 1 to even up the count. You got an Easter basket.
Easter basket. What are we gonna put in there?
What are we gonna?
Yeah, we'll take one for the booth.
We'll take one for.
Thank you.
Thank you for the bag.
1-1 count for
Me
Taylor
whenever I
Panel.
steal the base.
Fouls it back into the netting. Yeah, it's got a little Easter bunny on it. Yeah, look at that.
There you go. There you go, camera. Happy Easter.
Have a happy Easter. If you're out with family right now, enjoy the time you have. It's a 3-day weekend for us here at Texas Tech.
I'm on a 4-day weekend.
He's on a 4-day weekend. I was on 2. My classes got canceled yesterday, too.
Oh, yippee. Happy for you, Brett.
I'm also happy to see Taylor Panel back in here as she swings this one pop foul. Just going to get down before Udall Woolley can catch up to it.
It's great effort there from Udall Woolley. She's really showed up in this series. She didn't start, and she had to come in when they had to do all the changes with Morrow and defensive changes. She really answered the call, and that's kind of what you want to see from a senior who's not batting the greatest, but she has a hit today. She's actually only one. There's not many seniors in this lineup today. 3 of them.
Yeah. They haven't been playing well.
No. It's been your sophomores.
1-2, another pop foul. That one hits the top of the
Yeah, I was confused yesterday. Speaking about lineup construction, they brought in your Renshaw as your final at bat.
Yeah, and that was quite the choice.
And it was your Renshaw at bat for this series.
Glasgow claps on for Taylor Panel, liking the aggressiveness she's showing. She's 1 for 1 today. Actually slaps another one foul. Staying in there though, battling. This is going to be, I believe, pitch number 7 at this at bat.
This is what we talked about. You got to grind out at bats. It's impossible to get a pitch to understand a pitcher if you don't see many pitches from them. Sure, pitch count doesn't really matter in softball. It doesn't fatigue the arm the same way in other sports. But it's seeing the quality.
That one wild and away to the right side for 2. I mean, even countdown.
Because now Panel has seen her so many times that even if Panel's out, she can go to Burns and say, this is what I saw.
2-2 for the transfer from Tennessee, from Milan, Illinois. Here's the 2-2. Swings at it, now fouls it to the left this time.
Make it a hard AB. Make it where if there's anything near a strike, you have to be afraid of her making contact.
She goes to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, now to the left. Just once, though. I'm not going to do the rest because it was only one time.
A little Cupid shuffle.
Cupid shuffle. That was my family's favorite dance to do when we used to go on cruises together.
Really?
Cupid shuffle.
Never been on a cruise.
You ever been on one?
No. I get really motion sick though.
I understand that.
So I'm fine on boats, but luckily I'm tall, so I have to sit shotgun. I actually can't sit in the back of a car. I get really motion sick.
Full count now for Taylor Panel. Here's the payoff. Slaps that one long to the left field, excuse me. Easy catch there for Lily Owens. So a long at bat for Taylor Panel.
But it's going to pay dividends. I mean, sure, you're out. On the scorebook, it goes as an out, right, Brett? But now look, she gets to talk to Spearman and say what she saw because she ground out the AB. She got to a full count. I mean, and she put a good cut on it.
Yeah.
You're not always going to be rewarded with hits after having a long AB. But it's about the process.
Jazzy Burns back on now for Texas Tech. Had a walk today so far. Sees ball 1. Wind started to die down a little bit. Still going to the right side. Supposed to warm up to a 68 at 3 p.m. today.
God, I hope it does. I'm cold, man.
1-0. High and away for ball 2.
That's a great changeup that just barely misses. It froze everyone on the field.
Including Jesse.
Yes.
Desi Spearman on the deck now. 338 for Jasmine Burns so far.
BYU's done a good job at keeping the crowd at bay, by the way.
There hasn't been a lot of oomph to this game except for the Mia Williams blast.
Well, in the first inning, there was oomph for both teams, and then they're just like, okay, we're just going to kind of put together runs. And
so it's one of those dentist games we talked about yesterday.
Which Glasgow secretly loves.
Yeah. He's a maniac. 3-0. And they walk her. No, they don't. Excuse me. She crowded the plate on that one. 3-1.
I'm usually never in disagreement with the ump. I don't think that's a strike.
I don't know either.
Maybe if it is, it had to have caught a fraction of the corner. Because that thing almost hit her on the elbow pad. And that's a ball.
Warriors count now. Chop to left field. Jazzy Burns play across the diamond in time to Udall Woolley from Townsend. Little 6-3 action for out 2.
I just noticed there, Burns watched them field the ball as she was running instead of just looking straight at the bag. She's one of the only baggers I've seen do that. She didn't slow down while doing it. I just thought that was interesting how she can keep that high rate of speed without looking where she's going.
Desi Spearman back on for Texas Tech, the junior transfer from New Mexico State. And this has been kind of the trend for Desi Spearman so far this series, not hogging the plate as much. She did it a little bit in that first at bat she had, but backing up just a little bit now. As you see strike one. Ball one now, even count.
What I really like about Spearman is how her internal timing you can see. She times it with her front foot, which is her left foot. It's in an open stance, and then she brings it slightly forward and taps it. But then she also, at the same time, is synced up with her hands. That's how she has such quick hands.
Chop to the left side of the field again. Townsend play across the diamond. Not in time from Woolley.
I don't know what.
Standing at
I'm a little confused, Sebastian, what Woolley was doing after she caught it. It almost looked like she started lagging. She kind of just like started trying to like tag around the area, which Spearman's down the line running. I don't know why we're trying to pull the tag to.
A little lackadaisical, to be honest. I mean, when you're there, you just got to throw the ball.
We're going to have a challenge here.
Her foot came off the bag. I saw it clear as day.
Yeah. Woolley's not happy about it.
No, but I don't think you're going to get an official challenge. I think they were asking for confirmation. But no, Woolley's foot came off the bag because of the high throw, like what Sebastian said, just kind of lackadaisical, no effort on it, being like, yeah, it's a routine play. Nothing's routine. Nothing's guaranteed, Brett. Besides this pitch.
Well, the way Desi Spearman's going to get to second base on the errant catch by Kaya Fabella. She's a freshman.
Do you think the pressure for BYU is starting to mount, being like, it's the first time you're close in the third inning against a number 2 team in the country? Is the pressure starting to get to them? Because now we're seeing mental errors pick up here in the later parts.
Strike one that time from Villegas. For me, people don't realize how hard it is to close out an inning. You have 2 outs. You've held them to nothing so far.
And they're 4 for 6 and 2 out hitting.
Mm-hmm.
4 of their 6 hits today have come with 2 outs.
That one well on the left side. Villegas nods her head to find out she sees where the left side of the zone is now.
But one has to give in here. You're 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and you're 1 for 7 with runners on. There's a runner in scoring position, and they're on, but you're 4 for 6 with 2 outs, and there's 2 outs. What is going to give?
Here's a 2-1. And that one's a strike 2-2. 2-2-2 on the scoreboard now for Haley Toney.
Who wears 3-2.
Who wears 3-2, you're right. And the second baseman, standing at second base, Desi Spearman. Even count. Strikeout from Villegas. Got her looking on that one.
That was filthy, but I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself on. Gave the blue credit. It's the right call. I just think here in the later parts, that side of the plate, no matter if it's a righty or to a lefty, our viewing spot, so behind home plate, the left side of it has opened up here, which is fine. I'm okay with it as long as it's a consistent call. But like you said, Brett, we have a dentist match going on, and I hate the dentist.
Everyone hates the dentist, man.
Well, okay, I actually had a very positive experience last time.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying.
No, I actually used to have like terrible times at the dentist. This last time over spring break. So when we were calling our last game for spring break, I ate a Nerd Gummy cluster, and it was a bit hard. I thought I'd be okay. I chewed it. I had a filling a long time ago put in one of my back right molars, and let's just say somehow a cavity formed under the filling, so I couldn't see a cavity forming, right, because the filling was covering it. I took a bite of the gummy cluster, and it chipped and took out the filling and chipped both of my teeth back here and created a hole.
Stop. Okay.
So I had to get that fixed.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness.
But they were really nice, and I gotta say, I respect the dentist industry after that because they were just transparent with me and they explained it and said how I can prevent it.
Oh yeah, dentists are awesome.
No.
It's the thought of going.
No, I had a person before that
You
who
didn't
took
like
those
'em?
pics, and she tore up my gums, like actually started to cut them, and she's like, "Your gums are a bit soft." And I was like,
Clearly.
"It's like if I break my arm and be like, your arm's weak." Like if I forcefully break your arm, and go, "Your arm's weak, bro."
Hey, it hurts when I do this. All right, don't do that.
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah. I'm not trying to hate on the dentist industry. I think it's very important. I mean, teeth are one of the most important organs to take care of, which you never really think of. But your organs.
You heard it here first. Cage does not brush his teeth.
I brush my teeth a lot. Ever since I'm probably triple brushing now. Ever since I had that issue with a cavity filling coming under a filling.
Udall Woolley back on to face Nyjah Kennedy as she was not hit by the pitch. It went off of the shoulder of Jazzy Burns.
I'm laughing because Udall Woolley stares down Kennedy there. Yeah, kind of like a.
I got Kennedy. Respect to you, Maddie, but I got Nyjah.
I've never seen someone rush the mound in softball.
Oh, you got him.
Nope, cut off the bobble. Get it to him.
1-1 count as that one was fouled back into the crowd.
Me and you had the same reaction while that was happening.
Waiting to say it, dude. That one high and away, 2-1. She says, my bad, like the last time you saw that
I think
pitch.
you're seeing, of course, Candy is an all-worldly pitcher. I'm not talking about stuff. I'm just talking about maturity-wise. The difference between her and Lincoln, when she makes a bad pitch, she apologizes, accepts it, ready to move on. When Lincoln makes a bad pitch, he goes, oh, man.
Yeah. Slide right back to
Nice
right
nice
center
outta here.
field. It's off the scoreboard. And Maddie Woolley says, take that with you, Nyjah. We have a tie ball game.
She is running the bases really quickly. That was a little Cam Ward celebration. Everyone at home. That was a rocket.
Yeah.
It was a rise ball. She connected with a rise ball from Candy, and you saw what happened. She hit it off the United Supermarket sign that is right ahead of Tracy Sellers Field. Yeah, like you said, Brett, tie ball game, and another day of a unsung hero for BYU. 2 for 2, a single and a home run for Udall Woolley. And she just made up for her mistake at first in the inning before. That led to nothing.
Put that on a plaque. Homered off of Nyjah Kennedy.
She's definitely going to ask for that ball.
Absolutely.
I would too.
She's going to ask for from the concession people. She's going to get a free hot dog.
Send free hot dog. What if I get the ball?
We need these, sorry. Even count now, ball one strike for Rita Tavita, the freshman.
Again, though, 2 out of the 4 home runs for BYU have been solo shots. Tech this year has allowed 22 home runs. They only allowed 33 off last year. But this year, they're only solo shots.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest difference because they're not allowing as many runs.
The 1-2, swing and a miss on the off speed, gets her down.
And speaking about maturity, there's the difference between a senior at bat, the bat before, and a freshman. I mean, there's levels to this game.
Speaking of freshmen, you got another one coming up in Kaya Fabella.
And then you have Turlington after, who brought her
batting-
average back to 100. Hey, that single double brought her average up by 0.4.
That's insane.
Big ups to Turlington.
High and away for ball 1. So if you're just joining us, 2 home runs. This last one being Maddie Udall Woolley tied the game at 4.
Oh, that was her first home run of the season. We just didn't mention that. That was her first home run of the 2026 campaign.
It was off of Nyjah Kennedy.
That's why she's also so excited. Good for you, Maddie.
This is after she got a little PO'd high on the way, but for ball 2. She got PO'd a little bit at Nyjah because she almost hit her in the face.
I mean, Nyjah almost rang the dome. There was somebody home. She answered and
She
called
had
the cops.
She had to get a little get back there as that one falls into the zone. Nothing but gas on that one. 2-2.
That's just unfair stuff.
Yeah.
The cut action of that ball and the way it's released from her hand, you can't see it. I mean, we can barely see it, and we have a much farther view distance of it.
2-2 with 1 out here for Fabella. That one down and away for ball 3. Full count now for the freshman.
Ty Kaplan from the Daily Toradors talked with Dowdy and Jay, and he said, I think at the end of this year, they want to have the media stand in and see what a pitch is like from Kennedy.
As that's going to be a walk.
Because they said they should do it before they go into after the World Series and all that, because she will never pitch again in college, and we can have an experience. And they said if she hits us, we're not liable.
Are you making contact?
Oh, no, I want to just see it.
Oh.
The bat's not leaving my shoulder. I just want to visualize what it's like to face Nyjah Kennedy.
Okay. Okay.
But back to the game at hand, we're going to have a pinch runner here for. It's going to be Lexi Bennett, who got the start yesterday. Now she's going to fill in the pinch running role, her predominant role here for BYU. BYU has arguably been better than Texas Tech today. If you want to, take away the 2 home run shot from Williams, and it's a 4-2 game. And if you want to take away the home run that Davis helped,
swinging a miss there from Turlington,
then it's a 3-2 game. BYU's outplayed you, which is
it's a completely different vibe. 4-4? 4-4.
Well, they took a game from Kansas, and Kansas took a game last night against Arizona State. They went on the road and took down number 23 Arizona State, and they dominated them. That wasn't like a close win for the Jayhawks. So BYU has the potential, Brett.
3 pitches, 3 strikes. Down goes Tristan Turlington.
I hate to say it, that's the at-bat I thought you should have had against when you're Lincoln. But you notice how she just threw the stuff. She didn't play around with her. She just got her job done. That's the difference. Lincoln just plays with their food sometimes.
Back to the top of the order. Mia Williams is going to get her stealing. Out number 3. Great throw, like you just said, from Jasmine Burns to Mia Williams to get Lexi Bennett the heck out of there.
That was a huge play from Jasmine Burns. Not really known for that. What I mean by that is she's a good defensive catcher. Glasgow's not going to bring in someone who can't play both sides. But when she brought in, all those stats were like, oh, she hit 40 home runs. She's this, she's that. She had 80 RBIs, 60 RBIs. Oh, my God. Burns can still do it. In Glasgow, we have a full team meeting / circle going on in front of with Jerry. A very emphatic speech as well, very fiery.
You can see 2 sides of the coin, Sebastian. We talked about with Coach Aiken. Get back to the fun you had when you were 14 playing travel ball. Be the number 2 team in the country. Take care of business.
And there's a lot of pressure being the number 2 team in the country. You can't lose these close games. And for this inning, I'd say it was, other than that one pitch, this was an effective inning. There's just one pitch mistake, and that's all it takes for it to be a 4-4 game. Now, I just want to see Tech go out, get on base, do some damage early, not with just 2 outs. Do it with no outs.
And it goes back to this, too. Kate talked about it last inning. What's going on? Well, you're 1 for 8 with runners on. That's unacceptable.
You're not the team that you've been all year. You've actually been exceptional at runners in scoring position, because usually you walk to get 2 on and then a single. You've been patient at bats. Today, when a runner's on, their at bats fall apart. They get aggressive and they swing at stuff they're not supposed to swing, or they're too impatient, or the opposite. Tony shot and watched 2 strikes when she could have swung. You get in your head, and at least in this game, you're getting in your head when it comes down to runners in scoring position. That's your difference. You want to talk about where the game has been different for them, it's just that stat. Because BYU has just been as bad, but they've hit the long ball. They're doing what you do to other teams. They're playing your game, and you don't like it. It's not fun when the cat has the gun.
You're not going to start up 8-0 every time.
Oh.
You got to get there. And we're going to have Lauren Allred leading off.
This is the at-bat you want to start an inning. Because she's yet to take the bat off her shoulder today. And the old pitch at me that I want to hit.
Had a walk earlier. Hasn't seen a competitive pitch yet. And she still hasn't seen one. 2-0 ahead of the count. That was Lauren Allred.
But her vision at the plate is one of the best in the country. She makes her decision before obviously you have to make it before it gets there, but it's well before. She has great pitch recognition.
Here's the 2-0. Lauren Allred slaps it to the right center field. Easy catch there by Aleva Brittingham.
It's a good cut. You have to keep swinging like that. That's sometimes you're going to get out, and sometimes you're going to get a single, and sometimes you're going to get a home run. But It goes back to what I said earlier. It goes back to what Sebastian said earlier. It's about the process. You can't go away with you got to number 2 in the country doing one way of playing the game. Go back to that.
Can't be apologetic.
No.
This is basically
Sports aren't apologetic.
They're unforgiving. It doesn't matter what sport you're playing. If you're playing chess, it's unforgiving.
Sports doesn't care about your feelings.
Maya Davis back on. Only the 3rd time through the order for Texas Tech. Ball 1 goes to Maya Davis.
This game is scarily similar to that Nebraska game. That was your first loss of the season. That was to a ranked team.
But
you were up 3-1 in that game.
There's the number 6 team in the country.
So you were up 2-1 in that game.
BYU.
Yeah, if I had to guess BYU's RPI, I would guess in the 260s.
Yeah.
It's not good this year.
Yeah.
Because the opponents they beat have not been quality. It's like Kansas, and you have a win in Oklahoma State and a win in Kansas. Those are your 2 best this year. And per their standards, those are down years for those 2 programs.
Lost a series against Omaha. Hits right back out to Acosta and gets right past her. Maya Davis going to try to get 2 here. It's going to be in time. It is.
That's the right aggression. And she's going to celebrate by doing a little guitar solo or slap the dog. I mean, that's the aggression you want. Like what Sebastian said earlier about the 3rd baseman, Townsend, lackadaisical. They're just like, yep, single. They're all jogging to get to the ball to cut it off. Well, Davis just out of the gate thinking, too, with the way she hit it. And that puts a runner in scoring position for Caitlin Terry here, Brett, who's 0 for 2. The hit streak is in jeopardy right now. It's at 25 games.
Never fear. Caitlin Terry is there. She's here. She's here.
It's 25, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shows the swipe on that one. Sebastian be bringing it up every time. The swipe is the thing that Caitlin Terry does when she sees a pitch she doesn't like. People have asked, like, okay, when she gets strikes, why is she swiping? She doesn't like the pitch.
It's like a Juan Soto-esque.
And Maya Davis will get to 3rd. Another misplay by the catcher, Fabella.
It's like not a routine. What's it called? A superstition or something.
Yeah.
It's like just something to get your mind off it. Like you do that. She does it without thinking at this point.
Instinct.
Yes,
yeah.
instinct. Thank you.
Now a runner standing at 3rd, Caitlin Terry.
A sac fly brings her home.
And she hits it right down the line, and error by Udall Woolley, and Caitlin Terry will get to 2nd, and Maya Davis gets home, and Texas Tech regains the lead.
Talk about the hustle. You think 2, you're going to get 2.
Hey, you remember we just said sports don't care about your feelings? Udall Woolley got her first home run of the season against Nigeri Candy, who's going to go down in history as one of the greats. And then in the inning, you have to play defense. Just a complete error that continues an inning, allows a run to be scored, and now the Red Raiders are back up.
So unfortunately, that's not a hit for Caitlin Terry.
No, we might see it come to an end.
But I guarantee you, if it's KT, she'd rather see her teammate get home.
Care about her stats.
Jackie Litz puts a charge into this one down the right side of the field. Great catch to Vita now out near the warning track. And Caitlin Terry's going to try to get home in time.
She got around the tag.
She got there.
Steal. The
pure aggression. I'm shocked she goes from 2nd to home. Glasgow's all smiles. I think she ran through the stop sign.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You want to talk about heart and hustle, Brett?
That was crazy.
That's a deep fly out at the wall. It takes Tavita to the wall, and she bangs into it. Terry just never stops running and does a swim move around the tag, gits in there.
Sacrifice for Jackie Litz.
Which we're going to have a review, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. Here's the thing is for me, for Bella, I don't think she turned in time.
No, and here's another thing, going back to that error from Udall Woolley. That would have been out number 2. That would have been 3 outs.
Mm-hmm.
This play would have never happened.
Mm-hmm. Now, like you said, Ken, they believe we're going to have a review. But no, that is exactly what Glasgow just dug into his players when they were in that team meeting. I need you to be aggressive. I need you to play like I know you can play. Because I'm tired of being stressed. Go out there and get the job done. And Caitlin Terry says, all right.
It's been a while since we've gone to Raider power out of pure, need of it. Usually it's like, oh, hey, we're up 10-1. Let's get the crowd in it, get a Raider power going. That was to energize the team and crowd.
Challenged by Coach Aiken here.
I'm going to see if I can get the replay on my phone.
We get to play my favorite game.
I have a missed phone call from Irving, Texas. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm pretty sure that's remember that flex work group? Pretty sure that's that I just missed.
They'll understand.
I'll get back to them, I think.
Sebastian, we're going to play my favorite game. What's your call?
Safe.
You say safe.
That's safe. It's too close of a call to overturn, and it's too late in the game. It's too close of a game for you to overturn something that's not as conclusive.
Come on, ESPN Plus, show me the replay. I'm going with safe before I see the replay.
I'm going to stay good. I'm going to stay on the good side this time. I'll say safe as well.
Like you said, Fabella is really high in the air, and Terry dips her shoulder. Her left shoulder, she dips down, then she does a swim move over the top with her right arm, flies in and just kind of taps the corner of the home plate, the back right corner with a couple fingertips, just kind of slaps like a high five and gets down in time.
There was that oomph that the crowd needed.
Yeah, you want to talk about fireworks. Here's the replay.
Quick
So
review.
Tavita's going to get it here in the Big 12 logo. We're going to get the call while I watch the replay. Brett, give us the call here.
It has been
Yeah,
confirmed.
so here's the throw right here, Brett. It's going to get in. Fabella's just too high. Yeah, Terry just completely swims under it and slides on through. Good maturity by her by getting her hand down early. Watch, I'm still going to break down this. Terry's sitting at second base when everyone's watching. They froze the replay though, so I'm done giving my breakdown.
Impressive stuff by Caitlin Terry, and that's why she comes to Texas Tech. Glasgow says, I need.
She saw him steal home, and she did her own rendition of it.
Yeah, take a risk when you're playing under Coach Jerry Glasgow. As Mia Williams will come back for Texas Tech, hits one right at Townsend, not able to get there, and another single for Texas Tech. It's Mia Williams.
You just mentioned taking risks. That's how this inning got going. Davis just took a single and took it to a double. Caitlin Terry, yes, it was an error that let her get there, but she ran through and then risked getting to second. Then on that fly ball, she risks tagging up all the way from second base and just doesn't stop running. That's what you have to do when you're in a tie game against BYU. Yes, it's BYU. Oh no, 11-24. Oh no, that's awful, Brad. That's not good. But when the game plays, ranks, stats, none of that matters. It's the people on the field. And that's why we go back to why has Glasgow never lost a series. It's the culture is created where it's like the players know when to purposely turn up the tempo. Because they're not doing it 24/7. There's a difference. Terry and Davis aren't stretching plays every single time. They're doing the right play. Sebastian, that was the right play that time. They're like, we have to get something going. We can't just sit around and think we're going to win this.
And it goes back to just having the heart and hustle. And you saw with the other doubles, I mean, you see two, you get two.
Yeah, you so far scored 2 runs in every inning but that third there, Brett.
That one high and away for Taylor Panel. 2 outs now if you're just joining us. Texas Tech with an unreal play from Caitlin Terry, getting all the way home from second base on the sacrifice out to right field by Jackie Liss.
This game's had some great moments already.
Mia Williams standing at first for Taylor Panel.
Oh. You know, Willie caught it off the net and then dropped it.
1-1 count.
Thank the Lord
Taylor
we have Monday
Panel.
off.
DP trying to get her best friend around the bases here, because that one's going to be ball 2, excuse me.
Yeah, the Williams and Panel friendship is so cool to see because they were rivals in the SEC and now they've joined forces.
Both made the College World Series last year.
Both were part of the reasons why their teams got there.
Now they get to put their differences aside and be best friends, as Mia Williams is going to get to second base easily, and Fabella has just been throwing up today.
No, and that's another hustle play there from Williams. She doesn't need to slide in there, but she has no idea where the ball is and just being aggressive. She could have just kind of slid in there half kind of effort and just be like, no, I'm just going to get in there.
And Taylor Panel trying to get on base here and get the ball back to Jazzy Burns. That's exactly what happens.
And it seems like a tale of two cities. Before Glasgow had that team meeting, I mean, there was no heart, there was no hustle, and then right after the team meeting, you're seeing all this hustle play. Like you saw that play right there.
Glasgow knows when to pull and push buttons in the lineup with feelings, with strategy. He's truly a master at his craft.
Jazzy Burns goes first pitch hunting, fouls it back into the net.
This time she makes the catch.
Yeah.
Good job, Udall. Yeah.
Udall? Udall will. Okay, so that's what I was going to go back to this. Texas Tech, even since the first inning, first pitch hunting has been the theme of today.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's been working.
In unconventional ways.
0-1 to Jazzy Burns. Now takes that one inside. 0-2.
Burns needs to realize that that's going to be calling her for us today. Because she's taken that pitch 4 times now, and they've all been strikes. That's how she struck out looking the last. So I didn't strike out looking, but that's how she went from 3-0 to 3-1 and then do a ground out to the shortstop.
That was off to the right side again into the netting.
And she's going to take herself a breather. Going to take a long walk. A little mental reset. Burns has not really looked as comfortable today. I mean, yes, she's walked, but those were very uncompetitive pitches. Anything near the strike zone, it's a little bit of a scare right now.
It's not what Glasgow wants. He wants you to beat the scare at the plate. 0-2 count now for Jazzy Burns. Mia Williams tries to take third, and she does. Gets there just in time.
Here's what I'm confused about, Brett. That's been a strike on Burns every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the diamond thought it. Burns thought it, and no, it's a ball one. And that's probably what Fabella didn't even want to throw it. She probably was like, oh, strike 3. Don't even have to worry about her stealing.
You didn't notice it until she was already gone.
Do we get a steal of home?
I'll do opera again if Mia Williams steals home.
Yes. I'll join in with you.
The 1-2. Jazzy Burns gives a shot to this one. Is this going to be gone? No, just foul to the left side. She put a charge into that one, though, Cade.
That was a great cut. It's the Jazzy Burns we know. I was thinking about Burns. If she can just stay with the ball, she has probably the best raw power on this team. It's either her or Spearman, honestly. It sounds weird to say that, but that's the truth.
Mia Williams in the track position. Jazzy Burns gets a shot into right center field. It's gone! Jazzy Burns! Round the bases, Jazzy.
What'd I say, Brett? Stick with the ball. You have the power to do what you want with it. She takes it opposite field, gives a free hot dog to a fan eventually. And not here. Here's your inning. Every game so far, it has been a grunge match until one inning is a blow-up, which is the depth of the team, Sebastian. A 5 spot here in the bottom of the 4th, now 9-4.
And now looking back on it, that last oh my God.
You're good.
That play like at third, how much does that learn into now?
Jazzy Burns with her 8th home run of the season.
I felt like the Cleveland Cavaliers coach when he looks at the ref and like immediately wants to challenge it by staring at him. That image popped in my head when I looked at you and did that.
How does Desi?
I just felt very vindicated. I spoke for Burns and how she can be a really good hitter when she is disciplined, and she made me look good.
She forced Villegas into an uncomfortable situation, giving her the pitch she wanted. She took it yard.
Yeah. There's a reason why coming into the series, Villegas has 44 innings pitched and a 7.74 average ERA. That's not like that is the average for her. Like that is enough innings to where it's not skewed. You're eventually going to get to that kind of pitcher. You just have to get it out of them.
This Spearman backs off the plate a little bit more. Ball 3.
And if you've noticed, Brett, since they started hitting her a little bit, she's now afraid to throw a strike. Remember I said Glasgow wants the batters to be the scare? They're being the scare. Because the first real strike she threw to Burns took her oppo.
That one finds the inside of the zone. Desi hesitated for a second.
It's a fine take. Spearman this year has showed that she can be smart with her takes. I just want to kind of highlight that the 7.89 is 391, 363, and 338. And they're combined now. They've been on base a lot so far.
There's the walk that Desi wanted. 5-pitch walk.
Your 7, 8, 9 hitters are acting like your first, second, and third hitters.
They are.
That's really what it comes down to. And that really, it shows the top of the lineup that, yeah, you can get on base because, like I've said earlier, your on base people are usually, or as of late, it was the 7th, 8th, 9th. And then your power hitters were actually the top of the lineup, which is kind of impressive.
If this was last year's team, this 7-8-9 is probably, if Davis is not here, let's say Davis is hurt in a game, that probably is your 1-2-3 for last year's program. Spearman would probably lead off with Tony and Allred.
Schuler coming in now.
They played the
BYU.
Jaws theme, by the way. That was pretty sick during the meeting. I got you on Schuler here, Brett. Came into the series 641 average, 195 whip, 5-5 in her win-loss. This will be her 23rd appearance. She appeared yesterday as well, right? So it'll be 23rd appearance. A little over 60 innings pitched. I've just added that number. I don't know what the official ERA is, but coming in the series, 80 hits, a 331 opponent batting average, and 12 home runs.
Transfer from Duke. Played.
Schuler was the reason why they were in the game and not in the game yesterday. If you want to go off, plus minus, her plus minus was not as good. My board, no.
Cameraman, I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Cameraman.
You want to talk about how windy it is?
Camera
It is
man.
still windy.
Yes, and that has played actually a huge role in some of the balls in the outfield. That's what took Tavita all the way to the wall. And I think if Tavita gets under that, Terry never pushes the issue to score there.
Talk about
what an inning.
Yeah. Talk about Schuler.
You have oh, by the way, you have a chance to go to run rule and play to 5.
Yeah, you're
5.
right.
You need 3 more runs with 2 outs. And Brett, remember we talked about earlier what was going to change? You've had the 2-out hitting. You've had just the regular hitting. It's runners with scoring position, runners on. Now you're 3 for 11 and 2 for 9. That's 273 runners on, 222 runners scoring position. The 2-out hitting has stayed the same, 6 for 9.
Sometimes coach just got to give you a little charge.
Sometimes you got to tell them you're not good enough. You got to piss them off.
You got to tell them you're not, quite frankly, you're playing like crap. Haley Toney back on here, the sophomore from Magnolia, Texas, with 1 runner on, that being Desi Spearman. You're listening to Texas Tech Softball on KTXT 88.1 The Raider and on YouTube. You can see our lovely faces. And this Easter bag we got.
Hey, since we got this Easter bag, a lot of runs have been scored.
It's true. I have to bring it back every time.
They said he's risen.
This is true. 1-0 count. Delivery from Schuler. Check swing by Toney, down and away.
Bringing in Schuler here is kind of interesting because out of the 3 pitchers we've seen, she was arguably the worst in terms of consistency at the plate.
Because what she likes to do doesn't work against this team.
No.
She started off with a changeup in the slow pitch, and it was working. But she was like, I don't like playing like that. Desi Spearman will try to steal second.
It's a great throw. She kicked it out of the glove.
I think you're right.
Now she's going to run to third,
Get
right?
to third.
I guess if you don't want to be caught stealing, kick the ball out.
It's a method. It might be the strat. Nonetheless, 2 bags taken by Desi Spearman. Now she's in scoring position. Single brings her in.
That is a playmaker play, because Fabella makes a great throw. Turlington puts a great tag, but Spearman makes the right slide. If she goes in head first there, she's out.
Spearman's very athletic. People don't realize that. 2-1 now for Haley Toney. Here's the delivery from Schuler. Check swing again. Down and away for ball 3.
Like we said, Brett, would you rather have a Schuler or a Spearman?
I'm taking a Spearman every day of the week.
Can we put that on a shirt? Would you rather have blank or a Spearman?
Spearman. Like an NIL shirt?
Yes, that would be so
That'd be
hard.
pretty fire.
And it has just her name and jersey number on the back.
That'd be sick. What's sick is if Haley Toney gets a walk right here, and she does just
I'll send her a DM with the idea and be like, what, I just want a free one of them. I just want your permission to make one.
Lauren Allred can secure potentially a run rule victory with 1 swing.
She led off this inning.
She did.
This was the at bat. I remember this is she was a force out, but she was one of the people who said this is something you want to see. She's a great person to lead off an inning because she's going to give you and set the standard, and she's done that.
Yesterday, Texas Tech got through the order 3 times in the 2nd inning. Today, at the beginning of the 4th, they got through the top of the order for the 3rd time. They could do it 2 times here. Big swing by Lauren Allred. Almost hits Desi Spearman, who's standing on third.
Glasgow
is unfazed.
And just think about earlier in the inning, we were talking about how close this game is, and now we're talking about a run rule.
Yeah.
Life comes at you fast in the Big 12.
It's been coming at them all year for BYU.
The Big 12 does not care about your feelings.
The 1-1. Haley Toney sold.
You're
Jets on.
seeing almost a meltdown of behind home play for Fabella. She was really strong earlier today, and slowly but surely she's just questioning everything she should do.
You think they were thinking of a delayed double steal, where if the
Possibly.
catcher threw to second, the runner on third goes home.
Possibly, but still, just kind of low effort.
1-2 into the
Quick
gap in
ball.
right field, and that's going to score at least 2. I say at least 2.
Yeah, it's a terrible throw to home.
Haley Tony gets home, and you are 1 run away from a Romo victory. 2 RBI single for Lauren Allred.
2-out hitting continues. You're now 7 for 10, and you're now 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. That's a 300 average. You've timely hitting, Brett. And, of course, it's one of your leaders on this team. Oh, by the way, who's a junior? You get another year of Lauren Allred if you really want it.
And Maya Davis, you got 1 swing.
They gave Caitlin Terry credit for the hit.
26 in a row for KT. Schuler delivers that one.
I'm quite, maybe because they said that, maybe they viewed that Udall Woolies didn't get a glove on it, so it just trickled down the line, like just went barely past the glove.
We'll take it.
It's a little safe calling, but
1-0, 1-1.
yeah, it's kind of been fun looking at this batting order. The batter who's been arguably the quietest today is the one we raved about the most, and that being Jackie Liz.
And then she still managed to get someone home. Maya Davis chopper in the infield, flipped to first in time.
Yeah.
Great play there by Turlington to end the damage
You're not
for BYU.
in a run rule. You missed it by a run.
BYU is guaranteed 3 more outs.
No, it's 8 or more.
I know. Sorry, you're right. BYU can. He's right. We have a spring ball volleyball starting up soon on the scoreboard. Yes, I know. I misread it.
No, you're perfectly fine. No, but what you were right by saying they're guaranteed 3 more. They bought themselves 3 more outs.
Yes.
But if they go in the bottom of the
That's
fifth and
what I
allow
meant,
another
yeah.
run, then it's over.
That's what I meant. With how Texas Tech is playing offensively right now, you're guaranteed 3 more outs. There's no telling what can happen at the bottom of the 5th. But again, it goes back to what you talked about, Cade. There's been 1 inning this entire series where you just give them.
It's been a commonality since Big 12 play, really. You've had an inning or 2 where you blow up and act like you don't know nobody. No, that's how the series has gone. Is there's an ad playing on our stat. Why we can't have our stats because there's a.
We don't have time for this flow from progressive stuff.
What happened? I don't want an ad. I want the stats.
Cade, is this sustainable?
Yes. Here's why. You break down teams. You break down pitchers. You know why it's sustainable? This was how the series went against Arizona. Arizona's a College World Series team. That's why I think it's sustainable. It's just maybe not 11. It's maybe a 1-1 game, but then you squeeze out 4 runs, and the way your pitchers show up in big moments, you suffocate teams. That's the best way of putting it. These teams are like they put them in quicksand. You're eventually going to drown and suffocate. Just takes a while, right? It's a very slow and painful death. That's kind of going against this team this year. It is sustainable because it's the way they're doing it. They're not doing it by hitting home run, back to back to back. They're being aggressive on the base pass. They're stealing bases. They're hitting hard hit singles. They're taking their walks when they want to. So that's why I think it is sustainable, Brett.
Acosta back on the top of the order now for BYU. Trying to give themselves some.
Noted change here, by the way, Brett. Valdez comes in.
You're right.
So you have the old battery back together. They're all charged up today.
Dude, we're getting the band back together. Big swing there from Acosta. Unfortunately,
also,
Kennedy,
I
1-1.
wouldn't be shocked this year when we get to tournament season. I know we kind of keep harping on that idea of seeing Vic actually play more because she's excellent at calling game plans.
1-1, swing and a miss, back-to-back competitive pitches Acosta's seen.
Also, an unthing about Valdez is she gets the ball back so quickly to the pitcher that she also controls the tempo of the game.
The 1-2 hit right at Taylor Panel standing on third. Flip to the Jackie Liss for out number 1. 5-3.
Kennedy so far has come in and just been what Nyjah Kennedy is. There's a reason why, if you look at her bio, it doesn't fit on a piece of paper. Just her accomplishments in general.
Lily Owens pops this one high into the infield. Now drifting foul. Jackie Liss right under it, though, for out number 2.
And Brett, this year, I remember earlier, we haven't seen the Nyjah, big game Nyjah yet. We've kind of seen like, oh, I'm just going to try stuff Nyjah, right? Well, it's now a big game because she had to come in relief, and we're seeing the electricity from her now.
Haley Schuler trying to give herself some more reps. Back out there in the circle.
I think that also proves that when Nyjah wants to, she can get anybody out, which is very scary.
Pops this one high into the outfield. Gives chase is Caitlin Terry. 3 up, 3 down. Texas Tech needs 1 to get out of here and end the weekend with a sweep and their 7th straight.
You're getting a Mia Williams walk-off home run, and me, Brett, and Sebastian, all 3 of us at once will sing opera as she's rounding the bases.
Wait, what are we gonna sing? What are we gonna
Is
sing?
this allowed?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do the Battle of the Fates. Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just gave it to you for free. That's
We're rehearsing.
rehearsing.
It's taking me out to the ball game is going, but we went from having talking points to how this is a close game, and then the Red Raiders kind of
blasted open again.
Yeah, it was. You know, I genuinely thought this was trending to 7, and I was like, wow, we're gonna call a game to 7. We're gonna have a game at Tracy Sellers Field, go to 7 innings, and be one of those games where you're like, man, what went wrong?
It wasn't BYU keeping up with you. It was you
getting in your own way.
Exactly. And now you put up 7. There's BYU can't do stuff. It can't do that. In fact, we'll go back to the amount of. Sebastian, I'm gonna tell you this: BYU is getting outscored in every single inning this year. And in the 4th, that's their 2nd highest. And how many points did they give up in the 7th? So many runs? 7. I want you to guess the amount of runs they scored coming into this series versus their opponent.
Like in the 7th inning?
In the 4th inning.
In the 4th.
Ooh.
The amount of runs they scored this season compared to their opponent.
I mean, if you're having me guess, it's got to be astronomically bad.
It's not great.
I'll say 20 to like 60 something. I don't know.
It's 22 to 44.
Oh wow, doubled up.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it would be their
They
worst.
gave Caitlin Terry a double.
The more the merrier.
Hey, I'm gonna be completely honest. If I'm the scorekeeper, I may be calling that a single and a one-base error.
This is stat patty.
That was.
Speaking of Caitlin Terry.
Well, yeah, she gets another extra base hit to her stats, I guess.
End it with a swing. She'll swipe instead.
You're not Joe Davis.
One day, Cade.
Hey, we all want. I don't know if I want to be Joe Davis. He calls the Dodgers.
He calls Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I know, but.
0-1 to Caitlin Terry.
Sorry.
Schuler checks her pitch. Here's the delivery. Swing, chopper to foul. Past the first base line, 0-2.
If that hit Udall Woolley's glove in fair territory and trickled away, they would have given Terry a triple.
Runs and hits identical, 4 and 11
for both teams.
Here's the 0-2.
We're just missing the Texas Tech error, and then it's completely identical.
Shows swipe again, KT. 1-2, staying in there.
I just got warm and the wind came back. I literally just about to say how warm I felt.
The game's almost over. Hit right back at Schiller. Great catch. Flashes leather and flipped it to first in time to get KT out of there. She moved her legs out of the way, but still kept her hand down to grab that ball.
If you're Schuler and BYU, you're 2 outs away from buying yourself another 3 outs.
Yep. Well, that'll bring on Jackie Liss. And wouldn't it be great for the person we said hasn't had the most flashy game
hit another walk-off?
To get another walk-off in this one. Already has one in a grand slam in game 1.
She was your whole offense in that game 1,
Absolutely.
too.
Inside the park home run. You're going to notice right there she pulled the bat back a little bit more than she usually does on that one. Hesitated a little bit on that for ball 1.
Maybe she's trying to restrict herself completely from
Yeah.
swinging, make it awkward enough where she can't physically swing.
1-0.
She did it again. You're right. Maybe that we've never noticed that, but when it's a ball, she actually rears back even farther to kind of like take the bat out of the play. Maybe the Caitlin Terry swipe and the Jackie List get out of there.
The Jackie Hezzy. 2-0. And Schuler will call for time.
Now we got the Jackie time.
Jackie time. Maybe some time.
No. I'm so happy, by the way, that I was not calling the game when Robert Guest was behind home plates.
You're right. He's at first now. 3-0 to Jackie Liss.
Maybe he guessed when it was a double for Terry.
Hey, who's at first? That might be guessed.
No, we're not doing this live on air. We're not gonna do this.
3-0 count. Make it 4.
I'm getting bullied.
And she has given the plate to Mia Williams.
Prepare those vocal pipes, guys. Start warming up now.
Mia Williams in the 4 spot today, 2 for 3. So this goes back, Sebastian and Kay, this goes back. You gotta trust. Trust Jerry Glasgow. He knows what he's doing. He puts Mia Williams in the 4. And I don't think it was anything like you're not performing well. I just think Jackie Liss is playing otherworldly, and we can have you play that 4 and play cleanup because it's worked so far today.
Absolutely.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la.
Well, especially when you hear the song, you know it's over.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm just warming up the pipes. I gotta. Logan Hellman's in a run, by the way.
Mia Williams has homered already today. Can she make it 2? 1 out here at the bottom of the 5th. Can end it with a swing.
Oh, she wanted to get us to sing there.
She's listening. Her dad's listening right now.
Texting her.
It's either that or he's playing pickup basketball.
He's doing both.
Probably.
We're his soundtrack.
Jason Williams, former NBA point guard with the Sacramento Kings.
Come on, Mia. Do it. I really want this.
Are you
moment
Emperor
to
Palpatine
happen.
now?
Do it.
Do it.
1-1. 4 ones on the screen.
And number 1 is batting. And there's 1 error in the game.
And 1 runner on.
And we need 1 run.
Oh.
Big swing on that one. No dice. She's going to fall on the count 1-2 now.
She heard us. Okay, Mia, you don't have to homer. It's okay.
You don't have to.
We're not. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
Not like we were gonna sing or anything. Oh well.
Bring the bat a little higher. 1-2. Check swing. Ball 2.
I'm on edge for this.
I'm on the edge.
I'm Corey, and I'm hanging on a moment with you.
I'm on the edge.
The edge.
The edge.
The edge.
The edge. The edge.
The edge. I'm on the edge.
2-2 to Mia Williams. Puts a blast into this one. Over the wall. And gone. Ladies and gentlemen. Y'all
Wait, they're singing ground rule
the
double.
ground rule double.
No!
Oh.
No! No! Da, da, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
That
Oh. We were so close. We were so close. We almost had it. We almost had it, Brad.
Sweet
Jesus. Look at that double.
90 feet away.
Wait, didn't I say that earlier? I said Mia ground roll double incoming. When she
Well,
hit that
hey,
home.
didn't I say that earlier as well? Every time she homers, she has to hit a double to keep the total the same. She has 25. Sorry, not 25. Whoa. She has 28 extra base hits, 14 doubles, 14 homers. Well, now panel can walk it off. So now we don't have to sing, but we can just see it happen.
Wouldn't it be great? 2 runners in scoring position now. You can win this by as many as 4. You can win it by 10.
You won it by a sacrifice fly.
This is true. Check swing just outside the zone.
I'm so, man, we got baited. I was ready to be like, all right, guys. I was about to sign parts and rolls. But I
Mia
guess
wanted
with
that
the
one, man. Let me tell you.
I wanted that one for her.
Taylor Panel, 1 for 2 today. Solid game for her today. as she charges this one down. Almost hits Coach in the dugout.
That's MVP.
That is, you're right. That's the AUSL
MVP.
MVP.
Yeah, Kayla's if you want to talk about like a true
Nicole
hooper.
Walken, yep. She had a TikTok too.
That's how I discovered her.
Really?
I actually discovered her Instagram account, and then she posted a post saying that she got hired, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, wait a minute, that's here.
Change-up drops just above the zone that time. 2-1 for Taylor Panel. I think a little the bases again
For Jazzy Burns.
for Jazzy Burns.
No, Panel will walk it off.
Oh, okay. She might do that in time. No, she's safe, and this one is over on the run rule. Their 7th consecutive one and 21st overall.
We might be getting a challenge. We might, but I don't think. I think no wait. Are they gonna take a look at it? We're playing the music like we won, but the umpire with the microphone is standing there like he wants to talk. That's a little awkward. There we go.
Hold off.
Hold off on the celebrations, folks.
Stop the bubbles.
Stop the bubbles. Everyone in their dugout, stop the bubbles.
Everyone's going. The enforcement will go back to the dugout now. Play looked identical to the Caitlin Terry take home.
All right. Well, while we wait, I think I'm a loss for words. I'm gonna pull up the broadcast just in case we do
If
get a review.
BYU goes off the field thinking it's a
now the crowd's mad. I'm kind of this is just odd.
long
Here's-
discussion.
Where they're showing replays here on the broadcast. They're gonna end the
They're
game.
in the game, yes.
But here, just in case you're curious, here is Halliman running in. Oh, she's saved by Maya. I don't
easily.
think Cabela even never gets the tag there.
That is another series sweep for Texas Tech. 64th consecutive series win, which was clinched yesterday, to be fair, by Jerry Glasgow, but this one's got to feel sweet. So we're going to start our post-game show.
Pre-game show?
Yeah, we have a doubleheader today.
We're off for 2 weeks. We're gonna do the pregame show for 2 straight weeks.
Don't remind me, man. It's
I
almost,
know.
we're almost done here at Tracy Sellers
No,
Field.
if we get some luck,
You're right.
we may be back for some postseason.
You're right. And maybe some postseason. Sebastian, this series played the same throughout the entirety of it. 3 games look very identical. What's your takeaway?
This game specifically, it was a tale of two cities. I mean, before the huddle, you had hitters not getting quality at bats, just swinging out of their shoes, and then Samantha Lincoln just couldn't find the zone. She couldn't find the zone. You switch to Kennedy, and then everything changed. You had the huddle, quality at bats started to happen. This is what you want to see out of a close game.
You saw your top of the lineup show up when needed in terms of the energy. There's a saying, or not a saying, but like a theory that you have to create your own momentum. Mm-hmm. Momentum is something you can create. They did that, and it also led from Glasgow giving it to them and being like, "Hey, you're screwing around right now, and this is not how we play." They went out there and immediately hustled, and that's kind of what won them the game. Is they started outworking BYU. BYU and Tech hit very similarly for the majority of this game. Tech started outworking, started putting, that's the difference between a number 2 team in the country and a just subpar Power 4 pro team right now. Is when is it time to raise the level of execution, and when is it time to actually put your foot on the gas? They put their foot on the gas and then stepped on it and then threw BYU off a cliff. I mean, earlier, we were talking about how Lincoln was playing around with gas, and we're going to have an explosion soon if she doesn't get under control. BYU had the exact same issue. It finally got them, and Tech finally just said, they said, you have to put in your own hands to win games. It's the first time in a while you've been in fear of losing a game. This would be your worst loss in program history under Glasgow if this happened. This would have had everybody talking. It would have been like, oh, man, we're not the team we are. We're pretenders. All that. You don't have to worry about that because you put up 8 runs in the final 2 innings to win 12-4. That's my takeaway.
We talked about BYU doing all their scoring. It was all solo. It's a one-man show. You look at Texas Tech, 4 players with 2+ RBIs, that being Caitlin Terry, Lauren Allred, Jasmine Burns, and Mia Williams. Jasmine Burns had 3 RBIs. You put base runners on, good things are going to
You
happen.
had 7 people scoring RBI. 7 of your 12 runs were brought in by.
Ridiculous, man.
That's just.
And again, you look at this, the first game of this series. You loaded the bases 3 times. The first 2, you got, I believe, 2 runs out of it. And then, of course, you end with Jackie Liz getting 5 RBIs in that game. But you learn throughout this series, and it showed up in a lot ultimately.
This was your game to prove. This was the moment you're like, can you separate yourself officially? Or are you going to finally look human? Which you don't want to look human.
Guarantee you, Glasgow he's not satisfied. When
No.
he shouldn't be.
And this is just a thing about all tournament-based sports. All sports that end in a tournament or a postseason-esque play that isn't just a guaranteed like matchup, right? Is can you get hot and can you play your best ball at the right time? Last year they did that. They lost a game to BYU. They lost the second game of their final series in Big 12 play.
Yep.
Then they went on to never lose until you lost in the World Series. This year, you were in very close chances of doing that today. And Thursday. Let's be for real about this. You finally had testament when you were losing or in a close game with a team you shouldn't be close with. You finally looked human, and you had to dig deep and figure out how can you go back to being the Avengers. You know? Old Tron had you for a bit. The good guys still win in that storyline. So that's my takeaway, Brett. That's all I have to really say because, well, I think they've heard me speak enough.
No. What do you mean? We didn't get to hear you sing "Duel of the Fates," man.
Da, 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 da.
We're
Da,
gonna
da, 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 da.
quickly cover BYU here. Home runs for Lily Owens and Maddie Udall-Woolley. That home run for Udall-Woolley was one of the biggest get-backs I've ever seen Nyjah get. As we have Andrew here. Andrew, what'd you get from the Red Raider Outfitter? Did you buy a jersey?
Baseball jerseys, and I have my quarters in there.
You bought
No.
baseball jerseys? Can't believe you.
Is that for me?
You bought the team that.
What?
Do you want it to be for you?
No, it's okay.
Can it be for me? Andrew, your glasses make me and Brett look really handsome, so I'm just going to keep staring in your eyes so I can see myself.
Hi, me.
I won't be able to see, but I'll look cool.
So we're going to go through our player of the game. Sebastian, we'll start with you. We'll
I
go down
can
the
barely
line.
see. Oh, yeah, I look fabulous.
You're a
Okay.
movie star.
I'm wearing these for the rest of the broadcast. Player of the game, Sebastian.
I'm going to go with Nyjah Kennedy. I mean, she had to come in relief when it was essentially a really, really
Wear
close game, and
They're not that bad.
she did her thing. And for me, I would say one of the bats, but they all contributed. And so that's why I picked Kennedy, because she had to.
You're going to give me player of the game first, or
Yeah, you
want yours?
You go ahead.
Caitlin Terry.
Okay.
She set the tone. Tagging up from second base on a deep flyout when they are already making the rally
Ridiculous,
throw,
man.
and then to have the guts to evade the tag, that's setting the standard because Glasgow's laughing about it, the third base coach laughing about it because nobody told her to do that. She chose to do that. That's why she's my player of the game. And she extends that hit streak. I'm going to be honest, guys. Not a double, but we'll take
That's
it.
crazy.
So she also extends the
Insane
consecutive game
ruling.
hit streak and continues her own record.
I'm going to go with Mia Williams. I don't think I have to speak on it. She was your best hitter. I got to say "Sweet Jesus" on air. I haven't gotten the chance to. He got to say it last week.
You got to opera sing,
I
like
did.
legit opera sing.
I got to. That's what we're going with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great
But
for
no,
you.
but like when you get down in the order, you could be upset about it or anything. No, it's not the fact that you're not playing well. It's because Jackie Liss is playing otherworldly right now, and we're gonna try new stuff. And I think she understands that Glasgow is one of those guys who is one of the most experimental coaches in the country.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try new stuff. And even Cade was like, I'm just gonna trust him, and it worked out immediately. So.
And I'm going to be honest, I think I want the order moved back. I think Liz looked more
I agree.
Liz
Yeah.
looked more comfortable in the cleanup spot, and Williams has had enough. She's been your best productive bat all year, wherever she is. I'm okay with moving her back. I think that lineup was a good experiment, but move it back.
For sure.
And I also realized I can't see. I could since I know it's 12-4, I can figure that out. It's 12 to something right now. And it's and then the words looks like Aqua versus Ick.
We have an Easter egg hunt that's about to happen on Tracy Sellers.
That's why they gave us a. We're not participating.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna end it here.
Here, Andrew,
Texas
you can
Tech
have your glasses back.
Texas Tech completes the sweep of BYU, their 7th consecutive run rule win, 21st on the season, 64th consecutive win for Jerry Glasgow in conference series. Thank you for joining us. My name is Brett Ramirez. Joining with me was Cade Welty, Sebastian Matamoros. Shout out to Macy for holding it down in the booth for us for the final time this weekend. Like I said, we wouldn't be here if she wasn't taking care of us over there. We love you, Macy. We can say it. We're waving.
Macy, we're waving. You can't see us unless you're on YouTube.
Thank you for listening.